Wow, this song. This is it, man. This gets my motor revving.
Yeah, this is trash.
Look at this. Duncan just hooking us up here.
Nice mug.
Nice little 24-ounce insulated tumbler from Dunk Dunk.
Hot or cold?
Dude, I really like this. My wife, I show a picture of this because I don't know if your wife or she is a
obsessed with
tumbler.
them? Yeah.
Yes. A tumbler maniac.
Too many of them she has.
I told her, like, I go, you got to throw some of these out. They're
Yeah.
because what do you do with the lids? Because sometimes they don't fit because they're so big in the cupboard. So you got to take the lid off and you got to sit it next to it. Now the lid is taking up valuable real estate in the cupboard where I could put other things that I want to forget about. Honestly, listen, Tan Man.
Worst.
How much stuff do you have in cupboards that you do not use?
A lot. Mainly, it's all on the top. It's all on the top. I can reach it, but like,
doesn't that drive you nuts?
But I don't want. But what do I do with it? Throw it away?
Yeah.
But then I have empty cupboards.
But then also, I go through a panic attack where it's like, what if I am notorious for throwing things away, and then 3 months later going, hey, I got to go buy something.
Yeah, I don't throw things away anymore.
And she's like, well, what do you mean you got to go buy it? We have it. And I'm like, well, I can't find it. And then then I'll be like, you must have misplaced it. Why didn't you leave it in the cupboard?
Yeah, I blame Kayla a lot for just taking things and moving them. Which isn't fair, because she's definitely not just doing that. So why did you take that out of the cupboard and move it into where this area is?
This year for me is all about mental health. I laugh, I smirk on that because this morning I'm just like losing my mind as I'm like telling you things, and then I'm like, my focus this year is mental health, but I don't got to start that until January 1st.
Yeah, so you can lose your mind up until now.
Right. I mean, honestly, Tanner, how much did you come into and me just bitching about some things?
Well, all of it.
Yeah.
For 14 seconds I was in here before it was
I'm like listen,
everything's wrong. Everything's bad.
Terrible.
It's like, oh God.
All right, now so I'm going to focus on mental health, and I'm going to make a list for you on some things that I think you need to change.
Seems fair.
I started that list at home, so I want you to work on those for your New Year's resolution.
We should make each other's New Year's resolutions.
Oh, it'd be terrible. It sounds not fun. I liked me doing you, but I don't want
you. You don't want to hear it?
Yeah, I don't want to hear just things you don't like. And I got some things that I want to do. And one of those things, I got like three main things. One of the things is minimalism. I want to take that to more of an extreme where my family just absolutely cannot stand living with me because we don't have anything.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm sure it'll be awesome, but it's like...
maybe not either. I don't know yet. I like looking at my closet.
Yeah.
I want to do the thing. I'm looking at all these clothes, and I'm like, I don't wear any of this. I don't have a lot, but the amount I have, like, boy, I don't wear a lot of these clothes. So I'm going to do that trick where you put, you put the hanger the reverse way. You know what I'm talking about? You put your clothes like you're going to normally hang them on the rod or whatever.
The wrong way.
But you flip it the wrong way, and then within like so many months or 6 months or however long you give it.
Well, for you it'll be 3 or 4 days, and
I wore this, and
you'll be like I gotta get to this.
Then you go, and then you go back through whatever amount of time, and you see which clothes are still flipped that way.
And if they're still flipped, you just toss them in the garbage.
Yeah.
And you don't donate them. Nope, you don't. That was part of it.
Well, a lot of mine would be double donations then, because I got them at Goodwill.
Yeah.
And now people are getting double used.
That's kind of where I would be too.
It's kind of like when we get, you can see where you are on not the totem pole. I don't even know if I can say that anymore.
A totem pole is a thing.
Well, right, where I am in the ranking system in our neighborhood, because we used to get clothes from
new stores.
No. A neighbor has a daughter that's a couple years older.
Okay.
And she would do hand-me-downs when they were younger. Now you don't, because Piper is not a girl. Yeah. So you do just love it. Piper's got asked about going to the dance, and she's like, why would I ever do that? And Angie's like, you don't want to go to the dance? And she's like, I don't want to go to the dance, Mom, and I love it anyway. So we'd get the clothes, the hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
But they would go to her sister's daughter first, who is the same age as Piper.
Yes.
Then the clothes would come back, and then she would give those clothes
to Piper.
To Piper. So it's like we got the dirty
we got
clothes,
the rejects,
the rejects,
the stuff that are like weirdly outdated.
Yeah, holes, dirt.
There's holes in it. They have like Bush Cheney things on it. It's like, it's weird. When is this from?
It's weird too because you don't really give those things back like after you go through them and go, we don't want them. They're just kind of yours now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So now you got a bag of clothes that you got to do away with.
Mm-hmm.
Love that, though.
Do you have the drop off
to people?
Do you have the drop off at like your grocery store? Like the box of like
for like
just drop clothes? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? We have a box in our parking lot of our grocery store that I think the Salvation Army or somebody comes and takes
like a shoe
every
box.
week. No, it's like it's almost like a dumpster bin.
No, I know, but I think I know one of where you're supposed to put gently used shoes in, and that's it.
Oh, yeah. This one you throw anything in, and then they come and get it. So that makes it really nice.
Garbage.
Not food. I'm sure garbage.
Things you don't want your stuffing in a mattress.
We have a... get in! We have the Lions... What are they called?
Lions of Rural.
Lions, the Legion Lions or whatever. Oh, the purple and yellow.
Yeah.
They have one.
FFA.
Just for eyeglasses.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I was like, but it falls. Like half of those glasses got to be broken by the time they come and pick them up.
Probably, but still, broken glasses are better than no glasses. Ask a person that needs to see somewhat. Nope. It's kind of like when Gordon went to. Completely blamed me, and I felt terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Mexico when Angie and I got married. Not Gordon and I got married, but he came to see his daughter.
It was accidental. Actually, you and Gordon did get married first.
Probably.
Had to get it annulled quick, and then you married Angie.
Well, we were there. He had to witness. He had to witness Angie marrying this absolute drop-dead gorgeous love of her life.
Yeah. Right before he's about to get blackout drunk on the beach of Mexico.
No, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. I wish I could. Dude, there's so many redos I wish I could do in life.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly? Do you believe?
Tons. I wish I could go back and do a lot of things.
I know that
I would
you're
butterfly
supposed
effect myself right away, right in the womb.
You're supposed to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And you learn from them to become a better person, and I get all of that, but God, just like stupid little ones, like getting blackout drunk. On the wedding,
yeah.
I wish partying and alcohol didn't play such a big factor in my life when I was in my 20s.
I can almost guarantee that every regret I have, there was alcohol involved.
Always.
Yeah.
And it's so yummy.
It's so yummy. And it makes you feel good.
Makes you forget.
It's the medicine that we all can it's our over-the-counter medicine. I remember when my therapist was like, wait, how much are you drinking? I was like, only like 12 or 13. She's like, a week? And I was like, night.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you think that that's an issue? And I was like,
Yeah, a couple summers ago when I was gaining all that weight. Yeah, well, screw her. She doesn't have a morning show. Not that you have to deal with that. Yeah. Not like all the pressure in that. I'm talking about you're home at noon.
Yeah. Yeah, jerk.
Yeah, no, it's
right.
bad. I
was the worst.
But I was probably easily putting, I don't know if this is bad or good or what. I don't do this anymore. This was a couple summers ago. It was at least probably 6 or 7. I was doing that not necessarily by myself sometimes, but it was, with the neighbors would come out because he got out at 2 and we're there without wives for
a few
hours. And so we're just sitting in the garage and it's summer and it's hot. But you got to understand, and you too, you did this. You don't have to understand. I'm saying people that didn't get raised around alcohol have a different look at this. You know what I mean? Because For me, my dad drank a 12-pack a day.
Yep.
That's what he did. So drinking 6, it's like, well, I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Because dad drank 12.
Yeah, we have a different, our idea of what an alcoholic is different.
And
Very
you and
different.
I are able to continue we're functioning with being able to do this show and still be able to have some beers every day. And so you're justifying all these things. I look at it now and go, and that was, I don't know, probably, maybe, I don't know. I still look at it like I'm not my dad.
Yeah, I mean, I know people that'll drink a 30 on a day off. They'll drink 30 a day, a 30-pack of like Busch Light. And it's not an exaggeration. They literally will just punch through one.
Wait, is that them getting out at like 5?
No, on their day off.
Oh, yeah, on your day off.
On a day off, it's like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. I'll start drinking now. And then they take a nap at noon and then drink the whole way through. Great job. Very functioning. And all I say to myself is, hey, as long as you're not drinking 30 a day, you're probably fine.
Right. Is that all right? I don't know.
Why not? I think the CDC standard is like 8 a week.
My problem, I don't know if you have this problem. Mine is binging. Yeah, I can not drink throughout the week, but then if like Saturday, if we have a couple at noon, it's like, oh, cool. Well, I want to continue drinking until 7.
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to, the second that I'd start drinking, just be like, well, I'm just gonna keep doing this. That's my day today. But now I can have one and just be done with it. I had like half a beer on Thanksgiving, and then that was it. I thought I was going to get all liquored up too. Not even close.
I mean, I think anybody. Well, it's maybe not anybody, but I feel like if you just like, I could just have one or two, and then just be done. I could. Mm-hmm. But to me, also, I'd go, F it. I'm not even going to have one then.
Yeah.
Because why? What's the point? What's that? Just empty calories if I'm not going to catch the buzz.
That's usually what happens to me, where it's like, if I know I'm not going to get drunk, I'm just not even going to drink then.
Yeah. It's like,
what's the point? Like, I'll maybe have one at lunch. Oh, that didn't sound good.
Yeah.
Dinner? Nah. Either way. Like, if I'm at a place where it's like, oh, that's a new beer, I'll try that. But like,
it's kind of like, would you sit there and smoke weed if you couldn't get high? To me, I wouldn't, because it'd be like, I wouldn't want all that just in my lungs.
Oh, yeah. What do you... man, those people, those potheads, some of them are crazy. It's become their personality. Which is like,
well, now it's so,
every day.
It's because they can be open about it now.
Yeah. I smoke weed every day. I wake and bake, and then I smoke at night. So weird. I don't know. It's just such a weird thing, because if you were to do that about alcohol, it's a completely different conversation.
Oh, if you're saying that I get up in the morning and I have a bloody.
and then when the kids are watching their shows, I sneak out to the shed and I drink a bottle of wine. And then I come back in and I'm all happy to play with the kids. Like, what?
Sneak on, you keep a wine out in your shed. I get that.
Yeah.
And then you're just downing a bottle.
A bottle? Well, I mean, it's no different than going out there and smoking a bowl quick.
I don't understand my wife. She'll be like that. Wine in her, she loves wine, and that stuff will give you I always explain that buzz as like it's a weird quilt over my brain.
Yeah.
It's just like a soft quilt.
Wine drunk is
awful. Wine hangovers are the worst.
Wine drunk is fun. Wine hangovers are the worst.
Awful.
Just terrible.
Terrible.
There's no fun in it.
It's not good? Mm-mm. Yeah, I would say no.
My favorite hangovers are whiskey hangovers.
Oh, yeah, those sound fun.
They're not. But you feel like death, and then you get to spend half the day being like, will I finally get that sweet relief? Will death kiss me on the forehead and escort me to Valhalla?
I don't know, I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta grab my coffee. I see Cutter was in there all mad. Great, he's gonna give me the Heimlich maneuver again today. In a place, man.
Yeah, love that. Hey, Epic Event Center presents The Art of Rap. Live 10th anniversary tour featuring Ice-T, Rob Bass, DJ Kevy, Kev Rockwell, and Boogie Black, Saturday, February 5th. You can get your tickets right now at epicgreenbay.com. We're going to give away tickets here at some point in today's show. A good show would have that already timed out to the minute.
Yeah, I mean, they'd be there. Nah.
Yeah. So it is the Jake and Tanner show. Good morning. I want to say just real quick, man, because I was feeling bad a little bit yesterday on what I said when we were talking about jobs and then teachers' jobs came up and I understand that teachers it's a tough gig. I get that. And then I said, well, why do you get into it and bitch and moan if you know that's what it pays? Yeah. And then somebody said on the text line, well, it's the same way because you bitch and moan about radio all day long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't know how to I'm like, okay, I understand that, I get that, and then maybe I was looking at it that side, but then I went, no, because what I hear most, for me anyways, with teachers,
is that they just don't get paid enough.
They don't get paid enough, okay? So now I would understand, and it's not understand. Again, please look, teachers, I know that your job is difficult. That's not, I understand that. For me, I never gripe about the pay in radio. I mean, I have possibly in the past or whatever, saying, you get paid so little in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I never gripe about that because I knew the pay.
Yeah, you kind of know what you're getting into.
With teaching, if you didn't know, a lot of for me with radio, a lot of the stuff that came along with radio that I didn't know about is the stress. And one of the biggest ones for me is listeners. And not the good ones. I love the good ones, but the bad ones are just being kind of. I didn't realize this was going to be the type of show that we do, and sometimes I struggle with that. And there's something that Rebel Wilson said recently.
Rebel Wilson?
Yeah, that I related to. Well, hell, I can just play it now.
Well, yeah, you might as well.
She goes on, well, man, it's part of... Hold on. Okay. This is what she says, and we'll play the whole thing here in a minute.
Russians were using food which wasn't the healthiest thing.
So she said she was using food quite a bit, just eating her emotions away. Here. So, this is what she said.
She was dealing with not being a natural performer and having to perform almost every day. And that pressure and that internal...
So, that I go, oh, wow. I understand that. She said... Reason why she was binge eating. Rebel Wilson, by the way, is the very funny female comedian that she's been in. I don't know.
She was on Pitch Perfect.
She's the bigger woman.
Her character's name was Fat Amy.
Right. Well, we'll get back to that in a minute. But she said that she was not a natural performer, and so that's why and it was the pressure of
performing.
And I went, oh my God, because I feel a little bit like that. I feel like it's not supernatural with me. I don't think it's supernatural with Colton. I think we're making money doing this, but I think for you it comes a little easier. I think you're more of a natural. I think you're doing what you do kind of in front of people. You make a lot of jokes and you're good at it. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying, so I get that and I relate to that. And I think that's my struggle with radio. I don't know, man, doing this type of show, there's a weird pressure to it. And I didn't know that.
Put yourself out there a lot more.
And I didn't really know that getting into it. But anyway, back to the teacher thing. So I think if you went into teaching not knowing all the back end stuff with it, and then it's completely different, which I'm sure it is. Sure, Walker did that one thing with Act 10 that's just completely rocked your world, and it wasn't like that before you got into it and you learned that. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff being into the system that I don't know about that makes it very stressful. But when I hear the money thing, when it's just like they don't pay enough, to me in my head, I'm like, damn, you should have probably
looked into that.
Into that.
Yeah, or chose not to do that.
Because I kind of feel like there's two ways with teaching. And again, I'm completely talking out of pocket here because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But one is, I want to change the world. I really want to get into teaching and change the world. And boy, there's some great teachers that do that.
Yes.
And then I think there are the other teachers that go, I need to do something. I got
summers off.
I got a degree in teaching is better. I can do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. And I think when you get into it that way, I think the money issue becomes very. I need money to justify why the hell I am here.
Well, I think what happens there, I think the teachers that are complaining the most about the money are the ones that are good teachers. And this is my opinion. I think the good teachers complain about the money, and I think the crap teachers are just like, well, you know, I get summers off.
Oh boy,
it's not great. It's not great money, but I can do other stuff.
There needs to be a justification of why. I think it's like, man, pay me to be here because I hate all of these kids.
Oh, see, that's why. I think the bad teachers are like, I make $40,000 a year just to basically babysit these kids and read from a piece of paper. Okay.
Hey, I want to, and before people start complaining about this, I am not saying that your job is not hard in the back end. What I'm saying is because we've talked about this a few different times, and it always comes up, we don't get paid enough. And that's what I hear. And so somebody tried to relate it to, well, you gripe about your job, and it's like, yeah, but I never gripe about the pay of my gig. I don't know. The pay seemed okay when you're still naive. That's true, too. Maybe that's a thing. When you're young, you're like, okay, well, $32,000 a year is perfect.
Yeah, I'll get myself up there, and then you realize how far $32,000 actually takes you in this world.
Right?
Absolutely nowhere.
But again, please know that I don't want any teachers mad, or if you have teachers, part of your family of teachers. I'm just...
We don't know.
We don't know what we don't know, right? And I'm not saying that your job is not extremely difficult, because by God, I understand that it is.
Yeah, screw all that noise.
It's not just pay. Teachers are on a salary and spend so much of their own money to make the classrooms functional. You don't know that going into the profession. Again, me saying
that sucks.
That's the back end of things that you don't realize that is actually part of the job until you get into the job. Then the stress dealing with parents. Oh, I bet. I bet.
That would keep me out of the job.
Yep. If parents expect so much from teachers and don't take time to invest in their own time into their own kids' future, I totally get that.
Say, I want to go teach orphans.
It's kind of like when COVID happened, and teachers are like, "Yeah, finally, parents get to see what it's like." But I didn't go into teaching, man.
Yeah, it's like, well, I get what they're saying. It's like, hey, now you know that we're not just babysitters.
Sure, it would be difficult.
My favorite was when people were like, I'm just going to homeschool my kid, and the teachers are like, dude, do you know how bad your kids did when I made the curriculum for you?
And this is what I do?
You want to do it?
Right. I have 2 master's degrees, and I haven't broken $60,000 yet.
What are your master's degree in? Don't say art.
Art.
That's on you.
Yeah, it's, at one point, if I was thinking about going into one of the reasons I wouldn't want to go into the teaching is dealing with the parents. Okay, that would be awful. Dealing with the students, that would be awful.
Those are the 2 you would deal with.
But also for me, if you taught like elementary, the time they would come back and you'd be like, wait a minute, you're a senior? How old does that make me now?
Yeah, I think 4th grade. If I had to teach a grade, I would say 4th grade, because I think I'm smarter than every 4th grader.
Sure.
I think that number really narrows down once you get into 5th and 6th grade.
Yeah.
And they're not quite jerks yet.
Right.
They're not.
They'll still listen to authority.
Yes.
Yeah. That you can still scare them a little bit.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. That would be the perfect grade. But they're mature enough to not be running.
I wouldn't want.
I think it's a perfect grade.
Another thing for me would be my ego. I wouldn't want my students to do any better than me.
Like never.
Yeah. Like, wait. What do you mean? You're going to graduate and then you're not just going to be a teacher? Yeah, I'm teaching you to teach.
Yeah, that would be hard, since most of them are going to make more money than you when they leave school.
I mean, there's got to be something really cool, though, when you get told, or maybe not, but if somebody years down the road go, oh my God, I always remember you as a teacher. You were such a cool teacher. That's got to feel awesome, like you had some kind of impact.
Yeah, if somebody was to be like, you're the reason I did this. Or you're the reason I wanted to do this.
You're the reason for, you're my inspiration. They start singing to you.
And they go to others. 'Cause I'll make love to you.
It seems like you always remember the funny ones. To me, like those
the funny, the fun.
Mr. Clapp. He was the dude in 4th grade that
God, he had to have a hard time.
He was the guy that would go on Fridays. You'd go na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye, and he'd have that, and he would go lower, lower, and we'd be all singing it till where we were screaming it at the top of our lungs. And you remember things like that, like it was fun. That classroom was a lot of fun, and he was a raging alcoholic. I found out years later.
Oh, damn right. Damn.
He just lived at a bar, right. Yeah. And then another teacher came in years. Boy, it is something weird to see your teachers out and about. That statement is true. Because I was bartending, and Mr. Norton came in with his wife. And they both sat there, and I'm like, oh, hey, you guys, I'm fine. Like, I acted strange.
I have a hall pass.
Yeah. And I haven't had him since 5th grade, and I'm bartending, and then it just is like they must have been in the most unhappy marriage ever. He like had 4 drinks within 2 seconds, and he's my teacher, old teacher, so I can't just 86 him or say that he's too drunk. He knows better than me.
Yeah,
and
he's still a teacher.
I asked, I'm like, we started talking about something. I'm like, man, a Bowflex would be cool. I think it was something like that.
Yeah,
and she's like, oh my God, we have one of those. And she's like, it is so great. You should. And she was being really nice. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, ha! When do you use it?
Holy hell.
And she's like, I use it. And he's like, yeah, okay, putting laundry on it. And I'm like, crap. Dear God, this is so awkward. Because you're seeing that teachers have problems.
Yeah, man, seeing your teachers drunk is weird. I worked at that bar, gas station, gun shop, apartment building, restaurant at my town.
Veterinarian.
Oh, it was everything. Mm-hmm. And one Friday night, they all just came in and just got hammered. And it was just a beer bar. It was only a beer bar. And remember, this was in a gas station.
Right.
And I had like 3 or 4 of my teachers, like the ones that I personally had, but they were with a group of teachers, just don't get in tank.
Yeah, grading papers.
Yeah, just grading papers and be like, F, whatever.
I want to talk to a teacher. Can you bitch about what's going on? Help me understand what the hell is like. Because we always hear pay. The pay is wrong. Well, what's going on in the back end that making teaching so difficult? Or is it just the school? Is it the administration? Because I don't think that's it. Because I think it's every flipping school. You hear about this.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, Sue said this. Hey, guys, it's Sue. So my husband will hit 30 years in teaching next week. Back when he started, he was able to move up the pay scale in 7 years by getting his master's and doing 30 extra credits in schooling. Now, since Act 10, which I'd love to understand that a little bit better, our district took that all away, and he told me it would basically take a young person their whole 30-year career to get where he has. What is it? What do you mean Walker did Act 10? Does that mean teachers don't get paid anymore?
Yeah, I need to understand this.
Is it something to do with insurance? Like, was it you get a pay, but once you get a 1% pay, the insurance increases. So now you got to pay extra on insurance. So it's like, what the hell is it?
Okay, so Wisconsin Act 10 is known as the Wisconsin Budget Repair Bill. Legislation by Scott Walker, passed, blah, blah, blah. It addressed a projected $3.6 billion budget deficit legislation. I want to see, like, that's just explaining it. I want to see what it did.
Here, maybe we got it.
Yeah.
Here. Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
I'll answer questions for 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah. What
do
you
want to know?
Well, what is the Act 10?
Act 10 happened when I was student teaching. It just took away teachers' collective bargaining rights. So we had a union that would help push for our rights, and that basically took a lot of those union rights away, which made things like pay get worse and our benefits, I guess.
What do you mean pay got worse? They stopped giving you raises, or they took money, they lowered your pay?
A lot of districts froze pay for a while, and then a lot of districts changed their pay scales and their pay structures.
So basically, it was like they got to do whatever the hell they wanted with your pay scale?
More so than before, yes.
So it's very hard to go into the office or wherever you go and whoever you got to talk to go, I would like more money once Act 10 happened?
Oh, you can't do that.
But before Act 10, were you able to do that?
So I was student teaching when Act 10 happened, so I'm not fully up on that. I don't think you could do that either, but your union had more rights to push for things.
So the union every year could be like, these teachers deserve a 5 to 10% pay raise, and then they would get it.
So why did Walker pass Act 10? Do you know what the good was supposed to be of that if everybody hates it?
I think it saves the state probably a lot of money.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to fix the budget, and he took it away from like the public education budget.
So Rachel, you're obviously a teacher?
Yes.
How many years?
10.
Okay, so what is besides pay, what is the main thing that you have where it's like, this is difficult, you're making this job me hate it? Do you think to yourself, I know I'm asking 100 questions here, but do you think to yourself, boy, I wish I would have picked a different career?
No.
Okay.
I think that the career is needed, but it's very tough. For the majority of my career, I've worked in schools where I go home at night and I worry about my students and their home life all night long, and I don't sleep, and it's hard. Okay.
Well, I'm not talking. That
seems fun.
That sucks, and I understand that, but I guess I'm talking about the back end. That's something different than what we're talking about. I'm talking about the exact part of school. You're talking about safety at home. That sucks. But what I'm talking about is, what's your problem with?
But that all comes to school.
It
doesn't stop when they're at home. They're at school.
take the students out of it. What about the administration is terrible?
Oh, is it?
No, I think they're all trying really hard, too. I think they're in a really hard position trying to help people who feel like they're drowning a lot of the time.
Okay. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it.
Just as hard of a job as teachers do.
Take care. Thanks a lot. That's not at all the call. I'm not looking for what I'm looking for, but I don't think she was understand the questions that I was asking.
Yeah, like she wanted, I wanted to know, does it suck because you have to do this kind of thing too? Like you have to go and do field trips, or you have to chaperone weekend things. They
or insurance, or something like, I don't know, what do that? The home life I get.
Yeah,
that's
worrying about your students at all times. That sounds terrible.
Well, maybe she made a good point. Maybe there is nothing to gripe about.
There's nothing you can do anymore.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I thank you, Rachel. I really appreciate it, and you explained what the Act 10 is, which it was confusing. So
I'm still confused by it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I guess they just abolished the teachers' union. That sucks, I guess.
All right. Well, I feel like I've learned nothing.
I haven't. I can tell you that for sure.
In fact, Rachel, I think you've made it worse.
You've made it very confusing for us.
Kidding, Rachel. Thank you for calling. We do appreciate it. At Amcor, there you go, teachers. You have the opportunity to earn good wages, and be genuinely respected. Learn more.
That is something you're not getting at school.
That's all I'm saying. Learn more at amcor.com or apply right now by texting AMCOR to 22100. Oh, God, I want to just answer this just real quick.
I bet you it's Rachel.
Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, the Act 10.
Yeah.
Rachel's basically correct, but it basically took union rights away. Walker made it a right to work state, basically. So abolished the teacher union, and they couldn't bargain anymore. Their union couldn't bargain or barter for their pay anymore.
So
you lost all representation, so then the school wasn't obligated to give you any kind of pay raises or any kind of benefit raises.
Right.
Yeah, he took it from the public sector, not the private sector.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Jen. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
That makes
I guess I get more. I understand it a little bit more.
Okay, cool. Hey, more of us next. Hang on. Hi, good morning. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Yeah, we got a this kid kept getting a hold of me yesterday, trying to figure out if he can come into Job Shadow. I don't know how it all works now.
I don't know how it works at all.
I got in contact with the boss, and I'm like,
"You figure it out.
You figure. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to think about it. No,
Yeah.
I want to call this kid. Hang on.
6:30? You think he's awake?
I don't know. We'll find out. His teacher just threw out his number. I love that. He's got to be right. What time does school start?
8?
Oh, maybe not. Does this kid have his own? Is this his own cell phone, or is this like a home phone?
He's a senior.
Oh, he is?
And I don't know if anybody has home phones anymore.
Why would you ever want to come and job shadow this gig? I'm so out of date with everything.
Well, it sounds like you don't need to know anything.
It's true.
I mean, yeah.
Hello?
Hey, holy
Holy
Dom.
cow.
Jeez, Dom. Wait, is this Dom?
Yes, this is.
Oh my God, your voice!
It's just so smooth.
It's so beautiful. All right, Dom. Hey, listen. It's, hey, go on the radio with us, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dom, are you sleeping?
I just woke up.
What were you dreaming about?
Wait, hold on. Dom, how old are you?
I'm 17.
What the hell? I can't ask him what he was dreaming about?
Not the way you did.
All right. So, Dom, we're trying to figure out getting you into the studio to come job shadow. I know you wanted it tomorrow, and I'm trying to make this happen for you. It's got to just go through people to see if who can be in the building at what time, and also there's rules. If you are going to be part of this, Dom, there is no asking why are you guys not more successful?
Yes.
Or why do you guys drive that?
Don't hurt us.
Yeah, there's no reason to even ask those questions, Dom.
Yeah.
You're going to sit there and do what you're told.
Yes. Oh, God. We could fit like 6 months worth of interning into like 2 hours.
I really like that. So what is it? What did you want to learn? Or did you want to just see how the magic happens, Dom? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Okay, because if you want to ask questions like, how does your voice go through that mic and get into people's cars, we don't know that answer.
I have something called Adobe Audition. I know about 0.5% of how to use that thing, so don't ask any questions on it. Half of these buttons on this board you don't need to worry about. I say to myself.
There's a lot of machines that we don't know about. Don't ask us about them, okay? Because we're going to feel bad.
This one right here, I don't even know what the hell. It's in every studio, and other people use it. I don't know what this does.
Yeah. I thought it was some sort of mixing board.
It'd be really great if you just went into the other room and just looked at us through a window. And then you're not even near us without any of those questions that you want to ask.
Yeah.
Okay. Dom, are you there?
He's definitely not ready for this amount of energy this early in the morning.
Probably. All right, Dom. Well, I'm going to get back a hold of you. This is your number. Somebody will get back a hold of you to let you know. What time are you thinking about wanting to get in here? You got school? Do you got to go to school?
Yeah, did they make you go to school?
Yeah. I have school. We have a late start today.
So, what time would you want to get in?
Into the show?
Yeah, probably any time after 7 when you decide it's good for you,
when
Dom.
You want to wake up?
Jesus.
Huh? God. Half the day's gone.
I could show up at the start.
This is a problem with these millennials.
Nope, easy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, yeah, well, whenever. If you want to get in here at 6, that's cool. But don't yet. We got to get a hold of you. I'm just trying to figure out a time.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is just how it works, man. This is how professional we is.
That's right. Okay. All right, Dom, go back to sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dom.
Bye.
I don't even know if that was his name.
Dom or Don?
Don't know.
I don't know if they name kids Don anymore.
It's like I talked to his dad. I should have said, hello, sir.
Sir?
Sir? Calling for your son.
Is your son home? Who is this? We're just two grown men. No, wait, hold on. We're not weird grown men. We just want to talk to him. And we want to know his hopes and dreams.
You know what he was dreaming right now. Hi, who's this?
Hey, good morning. 3430.
What's up, man?
Hey, isn't this how Tanner got his job?
No, it was actually, he was interning with someone else.
Yeah, I applied for an internship before Jake even started working there.
You know, somebody said he sounds like Fruit Loop.
He does.
Just washing floors and emptying garbage cans?
No, no, the guy that I was interning for, he showed me how to do his job, and then that was my job.
Yeah. Wait, did what? I'm trying to process that.
He showed me how to do his imaging job, and, then he was like, and your interning is doing all of my work. I was like, okay.
You guys made me all emotional this morning. Thanks. Why? What
was
happened?
it about the school or talking to Dom?
Could have been Dom. No, honestly, you probably think that we're joking. We don't know half of the equipment here. That's what I don't understand. Like, why would he want, and I was asking you this morning, why would Dom, why would he want to learn from this?
Well, if you think about it, we've said on countless occasions that the type of radio that we do is the only way that radio is going to survive. A personality-driven show. You can't do the fake bits anymore. And if you rely on music, I mean, what are you doing? There's so many places to get music. So even if he was like, oh, I don't like that show, but they've said, like, that's what radio's going to be. I should learn for what radio's going to be when I get into radio.
It's just weird because we used to have that happen to us where we'd get job shadows and whatnot, and that just hasn't happened in years because I think just technology and podcasting and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, if it has to do with personality, I don't know if we have it, but damn, he needs to calm down with Dom's riveting personality.
Oh,
Lord. Kidding, Dom. I know we just woke you up and you was unexpected.
he ain't listening. He's back to sleep.
You think so?
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
he ain't. He didn't turn on the radio.
I need to know why we made that person emote.
It's got to be because of this. It's got to be because of the teacher stuff. But either way, why did that make you emotional? You sound weak.
If you were a coyote, you would have already been eaten.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to explain that joke. Do I? Because I don't know if it came out right. Like if you were a baby coyote.
If you were, survival of the fittest, and you're not in that group.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
The internet went out at my house 2 days ago for 7 hours, and I said immediately, I was like, oh, my family, if anything happens, is just going to become food for a stronger family.
Started eating your kid's leg.
I ate the dog
hi,
immediately.
who's this?
Rachel?
Oh, Rachel. Hi, you're on the radio with us. We
Yeah.
didn't know that was you. Why did we make you emotional?
Because it's never easy to hear the conversation about teachers and teachers unhappy. And
Oh, you have you know what I like about you, Rachel? You seem like you are, and I'm not just saying this, you have a lot of passion for people, and I really like that. So it's probably,
well, I try. Thanks.
yeah, it's probably good that you're doing what you do.
What grade do you teach?
I am actually a coach now. I'm working my way up to be a principal someday.
Very cool.
What grade did you teach?
Most recently kindergarten.
What did you?
Oh,
What were
okay.
you coaching? Well, what do you coach?
Math.
Oh,
So I coach teachers. Like, not like a
whoa! Look at the brains on Rachel.
Oh, big
Hey,
brain Rachel, they call you.
Are you teaching all the new, obviously probably the new ways that I don't understand and how
Common
to
Core
yeah.
math?
I am teaching math in ways that make sense for students, yes.
Yeah, it's so difficult when my
It's a little
daughter
hard to hear you say it that way.
my daughter's in 6th grade and she brings it home and I'm like, no, just use your fingers because I don't know.
Count on your fingers and
I
toes.
know.
That's why God gave them to you.
Well, and then it's true, Rachel, because then I start griping about, well, why are the teachers even teaching it like this? I don't want to relearn this math. No, I get that. Yeah. All right, Rachel. Well,
I understand. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say you have a good day, and we hope good things happen to you today.
Have you, really quick, I just want to ask, have you seen one of your first kindergarten students all grown up now and felt old?
I haven't been there yet. None
She's
of
only
my
been
kids
in here
that
10
I've ever
years.
taught would have
Oh, okay.
graduated yet.
But still, they would have been 16.
How old are you, Rach? If you don't mind me asking.
32.
32. Okay, so you got into it when you were 22 years old, somewhere around there.
Yep.
What's the biggest thing
That
for
seems
you?
too young to be a teacher. You had to get hit on constantly.
22?
22 but like an 18-year-old seeing a 22-year-old, what is that,
Yeah, but
6 years?
I taught little kids, Tanner.
Yeah. She was teaching like elementary.
Oh, so parents were hitting on you.
Yeah, probably dads. So,
Oh, God.
Rachel, what was the biggest thing? And if you can't think of anything, that's okay. You don't have to. But what is the biggest thing before you got into teaching? Then you get into teaching, you're like, oh, I didn't know this was part of the job.
I didn't know. Oh, man.
That's
tough.
The whole man?
No, you don't want to know. It's going to break your heart.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate it. She said she didn't know the home part of it. Like she's going to be caring that much about the kids' home.
That would
makes me
suck.
so sad. That makes me deep breathe there.
Well, especially because after 9 months, they just go away. And then you have a whole new group of students that you get to worry about.
Yeah. I remember, I don't know. This might be really fun to do in the next segment. Let's call Dom again and wake him up. And then
and have the same conversation with him
yeah.
and just really freak him out.
All right, let's see if we can do that. And then I want to ask the question, what didn't you know that was part of your job before you got into it and you're like, holy hell, I got to do this? I'd love to hear that. Maybe we could even take calls and we guess the gig after you say that. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. More of us next. Hi, good morning. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. Oh, yeah. Should we call Dom?
Yeah, let's see.
I don't know. Do we want to call Dom again? I don't.
Yeah, screw it. Don't give him a big head.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's call him. We're going to try to have the exact same conversation that we had 10 minutes ago when we woke him up.
Yep.
So, to see if he just thinks that he was dreaming it all. Then I got to tell you what my nephew did to think. Do you think if it's a good idea or not?
Okay.
Hello?
Holy
Oh, my
Lord.
God. Listen to that voice.
Is this Dom?
Yes.
Dang, Dom.
So
Beautiful.
smooth.
Were you sleeping?
I was.
What were you dreaming about?
Wait, hold on. Dom, how old are you?
I'm 17.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well,
I can't ask a 17-year-old what they're dreaming.
it's just the way you asked it was weird.
All right, Dom, listen, you want to come in tomorrow?
Sure. Yeah, I'll come in tomorrow.
Dang it.
Well, we don't know. Yeah, you're not doing it. We thought you were going to go be like, didn't we have this conversation?
Damn it, Dom. All right, that's his first messing up one of our great bits.
Messing up a bit you didn't know you were involved
That's
in.
right, that's your
strike
first
one.
strike by Dom. We'll call him in a few minutes, see if he plays along.
Yeah, let's see if he wants to play ball now.
All right, so this is what my nephew's doing, okay? All right, no. I want to say this right now that I don't care. Because he listens to the show, and sometimes he gets, it's weird, like if I say things, sometimes he'll get a little hurt, or like... He very much respects and cares about your opinion. Sure, and I don't care, because you've done it, I've done it. Mm-hmm. But I didn't say anything, and he will probably be just fine. He has a 3-year-old, and he has a baby, a newborn baby,
like 4 months old, like barely older than what Griffin is.
Right, and he has a wife, and he has himself. Mm-hmm. Okay, and they live in a little house with a very tiny, small backyard, and that's important in a second. And he called me, and he's like, "Hey, my dad, I just bought a puppy that I'm getting in January," and I went, "Oh Lord." And like I said, he can probably be. This will. I'm sure all families do this all the time, and it'll be fine. He will be just fine. In my experience, we had to get rid of Ray because we had Dewey, and Ray was taking a back burner, and it was very sad. It was not. It was not fair. Then we waited. We had Dozer for the last 4 years. So Piper was like 7, and Dewey was younger.
You've had Dozer for 4 years now?
Yeah.
My God.
And they were young. Those kiddos were young then. Mm-hmm. And it was tough because Dewey was still in diapers, and you're training a dog, and it's a lot of work. Now, I would never not want Dozer.
Yeah.
I love that he's part of the family, even though he's a big A-hat right now. Mm-hmm. But he's great. My kids absolutely love him. It was so fun to go out. They were at a great age to go pick out the dog. Like, that was a big family moment. You know what I mean? It was really fun. But I have said that this will be the last dog that we have to Angie. And I go, man, if I did it again, I never want to... I don't know if I would have got Dozer because it's so difficult because I have no family to help out.
Yep.
So it always costs, and anything that you do, it always costs you. If you want to go somewhere during the day, you got to be back in a certain amount of time, or you know what I mean? And Colton doesn't live with any family. Mm-hmm. So it's just going to be, to me, extremely tough to have a newborn, a 3-year-old, and a brand new pup. Again, people do it.
Yeah. I got a puppy when Vienna was 10 months old. I had a 10-week-old puppy and a 10-month-old baby. And it was hard. We had that puppy for 5 days, and I called my mom and said, take this dog. I can't do it. We were down in Milwaukee, so obviously on a different scale, but we didn't live near anybody that could just go check on the dog quick. Like,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, now I live in an area where, like, my sister will text me, can you go let the dogs out? Or my mom will be like, can you go let the dogs out? Or I'll text her and be like, can you go let Gus out quick? without that family, man, with kids, it's hard. But a family.
Well, he travels a lot, so everything costs. I mean, money isn't really an issue in their lifestyle, but it's still annoying to plan all that, to get the paperwork, the shots have to be up to date, which is a weird thing for me because my dad never got my dog shots growing up. So now that I do that, because Angie's like, hey, we got to take Dozer to the vet. And I'm like, why? Well, he needs all of his shots. I'm like, this is when we first got him. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Shots?
When are you talking about shots?
Yeah.
But
such a white trash.
As somebody who has a baby and a dog,
mm-hmm.
and when we got Gus, V was 1.5 or something like that, maybe 2. 2. She is really awesome.
It is.
It's really awesome.
I mean, honestly,
but it's going to be hard when they're puppies.
Puppy and a baby is bad. Puppy in the winter and potty training is the worst in the text line.
They're in Texas, though.
We almost got a puppy before my son was born. We're glad we decided against getting one. I'm not saying not to get. I'm just saying it's going to be.
It's going to be really tough, but then it's super awesome.
Now,
well, okay, he's getting a lab, so in 4 years, he's going to love it.
Yeah, no, I get. Yeah, for me, we are a family that do a lot going places. We can bring Dozer. If I go on a bike ride with the kids, and maybe this is my own fault of not training him well enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always with Dozer. My brain is on the dog
mm-hmm.
and where he is around my bike, by my bike. If there's people, I'm not really present with the family because I'm with him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you can do with the dog, but there's a lot of things that we do as a family out.
Yeah.
And again, we don't have family to go, hey, can the dog stay with you, or can you check on, it always costs us $300 every time we board the thing,
mm-hmm.
If we're gone for a couple days. So I think it's more in my lifestyle and how it is. I think it's a little bit more of a pain. You said it perfect, Lo. My dog is a dog that's always worried. He's kind of like my brain. He's always up worrying about what's going on, what's happening, who are those people, why is that dog over here? He's just very alert.
Yeah, but mine isn't, which is awesome. He's pretty lazy. He wants to play, but ultimately he doesn't.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a cool dog.
You said something that, Great Danes only lived for about 14 weeks. But
yeah.
Are they lazy dogs?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Dude, the bigger the dog is, the lazier they get.
That's got to be...
Except for, German Shepherds. I don't know what it is about them. Those are huge dogs that run like they're Chihuahuas.
That's got to be weird to be living with a Great Dane. It's got to be so weird. Once you get used to it, you're used to it. But at one point, that's got to be
just a horse.
He's just there, sitting with you at the table.
Yeah. My old teacher, she has 2 Great Danes.
What's wrong?
2 of
What's
them.
wrong with her?
And she has got 5 kids too. So when her and her whole family would walk down the street and be like, my God, is that a powerful family? That is a family. I cross the street. I can't mess with that. They decide they want to take my wallet. They're going to have it.
Well,
and then they all hop on their Great Dane's back and ride away.
They haven't had a car payment for 3 years. Yeah, but okay, whatever. Come in the Tacoma. He can't fit in my Tacoma to go to the park.
He can, but here you're gonna have to move the seat back.
I knew somebody that had one. Well, there was I went into their house to look at their dog, and when I walked into their house, I got a Great Dane. Come look at it. When I walked in, that damn thing was sitting on the couch. Sitting, his back legs down, his butt, and and I go, this is, you come home to this?
I don't know who has to tell this to you, but that is definitely a person dressed up like a dog.
What if it was? We got him on Craigslist for free.
Yeah, we got him for free.
All he wants is you got to just lick his belly every once in a while.
He loves licking your belly and face.
And then he looks at you and goes, he winks. He winks.
Puts his little paw up and he's like,
shh. And then it's he does this, and it's that's a cat.
That's a cat! Get him out of here!
I want to talk more about dogs. Let me play these Let me play these commercials.
Yeah, my buddy has a Great Pyrenees. They're huge dogs. Huge, big furry dogs. That thing is amazing because it doesn't want to move. And they also have like another smaller dog, probably like the size of Dozer.
Sure.
But it looks like a pug.
Yeah.
And that thing runs circles around it, and it just like, man, you need to get a Great Pyrenees, man.
Wait, what are those?
Big.
Wait, Great
Pyrenees. They're like
Okay.
it's rich.
Oh.
It's a rich person.
Oh, those are the ugliest
What are you
things I've ever
talking
seen in
about?
my life.
Those things are gorgeous.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
Hey, I was talking about the Great Danes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a Great Dane Bull Mastiff mix.
Oh, my dear God.
Why would you do that?
We're getting so much
It
feedback.
was the right price.
Hey, all right. Hey, we got to let you go. The phone connection is terrible.
And we got a heart out anyway.
Oh, we do. I want
wanna
to talk to somebody that has a Great Dane and what is life like? Because these people that had him at, well, we'll talk more.
Yes.
This is the Jake and Tanner show. I do need to say this really quick. The holiday, we better check in with Dom, too. The holidays are here in Northeast Wisconsin, and so is Dunkin' with your holiday helpers. You can pick up a holiday classic like a peppermint mocha signature latte, or you can try a rich and creamy toasted white chocolate signature latte. Yum. Perfect way to get that touch of holiday magic. You need to seize the season. Get in the spirit of the season and sip through the holidays with the signature latte from Dunkin'. The app is pretty cool, too, because they get you perks.
What kind of perks?
Well, I don't know.
Like free stuff, deals?
Yeah.
That sounds like great perks.
Well, I would think. So, yeah. Get to Dunkin'. We just ended up getting this. They just sent these over, man. These things are awesome. We got a 24-ounce insulated tumbler, screw-on top.
Yeah, with a little fit. It's
got a straw.
It's got a little hole. You can use it as a ring.
You can.
See?
You can.
And people are just like, what is that? What is that ring? Is that diamond? Be like, no, it's Dunkin'.
It's Dunkin'. Yeah, get one of those. This would be a perfect stocking stuffer. You know what I mean? You know
it really would be.
All right, more Jake and Tanner show next. Oh, yeah. Do you think, what is your over-under on if they get rid of the dog within like 6 months?
Okay, I would say the over-under for getting rid of the dog would be about 2 months. So it's either going to be they're going to get rid of the dog over 2 months, or they're going to get rid of it before 2 months. And I'm going to take the under.
His old man breeds him, and I knew what was coming next too, because he put it on social media. Should I get this dog or whatever? Yes or yes. Having fun with it. And in my head, I went, "Oh yeah, oh I know what's going to happen," because when I said that I went and got Dozer, I was looking for a boxer. You will get ripped apart for not going to save a dog. Mm-hmm. And that happened to him. His dad breeds him, so the thing is he's got to pay. I think it's like $1,200 for that dog.
Mm-mm.
Well, we paid something similar.
Yeah, no. But it's coming from your dad.
Oh,
to me, I'd be like, no, you give me that dog.
Yeah, especially on the relationship that they have.
I mean, no, you give me that dog.
Right. But see, he's driving it all the way to Texas so he can see him. And I think he's using that money to, get there and see his kiddo and stuff. Yeah. No, I get it. Listen, I saved a cat.
Where did you, from another...
I think just a field. Could have been somebody else's cat.
Yeah. It's because you got that cat from Darren and Courtney, right?
Yeah.
Their house is like amazing with like an amazing yard and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, and I'm not being rude, but like their house is a little bit nicer than yours, right?
Well, sure. Yeah, you're not being rude.
I'm not trying to be rude, but like they have a pond and
your house is garbage.
I know.
No, not you. I'm saying this is what you're saying about me. And your house, you don't have a pond. Your house is garbage.
I'm just saying, it feels like that cat's probably like, what did I do?
No, I get what you're saying. He doesn't get along with other cats, and they have other cats.
Oh, that's weird when you got to pick a cat to get rid of because it doesn't get along with other cats.
Well, this was a newbie. He just kind of showed up. This cat's cool too, man. He's annoying. Like,
oh yeah, they did.
Because he's.
Is he stupid?
Well, no, yeah, because it's freezing cold out.
Yeah,
and he still wants outside to go to the bathroom. He hates doing the litter box.
Mm-hmm.
And so he meowed at like 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, dude, listen, I can't let you out because nobody is awake and you're going to freeze out in the garage, and I don't want that on my mind.
Yeah.
You can come in and out of the garage, you'll survive, but damn, it makes me feel bad. Don't you understand? So he hides. So when I go open the door to go out,
he runs out quick.
Runs.
Yep.
Books it.
Yeah, my cat started to do that. She did it 2 days ago, right when all that snow came.
Sure.
And then she was right back at the door.
Yeah.
Within 3 seconds with both paws up there like, why?
Yeah, and then my cat will come back in. He's like a mosquito and then go right back and meow. Like the weather changed within 30 seconds.
Yeah, they're dumb. They just are. Some cats are just really dumb.
All right. So did you hear what's going on over in China with, I think her last name is Peng Shui?
No. I heard, this is the most I know about China that is any kind of relevant, is that the U.S. isn't going to the 2022 Beijing Olympics.
Okay. And does that have anything to do with this?
Depending on what's going on, they said it was because of something that's going on in China.
Dude, it's crazy.
Okay.
As you know, China is a communist country.
Mm-hmm.
That means their government has pretty much locked down on whatever happens. Mm-hmm. It's not any kind of private individual ownership on anything.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech ceased to exist, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be really careful of...
Just think about this. For a long time, they had the one-child law.
Think about that. Say that again.
They had the one-child law, which was a law that prevented you from having more than one kid.
What happens if you had another kid?
Oh, you would get punished. They'd take it from you, didn't they?
I don't know. Sounds right.
I know that since women have such less respect and rights in China, that's why there were so many female Chinese babies up for adoption, is because these parents, they'd have a kid, and then they'd be like, oh, it's a girl? Oh, we don't want it. And they'd just leave the hospital.
It's the lesser of the two.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this 35-year-old Chinese tennis star, I'm probably butchering the name, Peng Shuai, I think that's how I'm going to say it. She's a 3-time Olympian who has won 25 tour titles over the course of her career.
Okay.
She's a huge success, and she's helped to propel women's tennis to new heights in China, okay?
Okay.
November, she disappears.
What happened? What do you mean she disappears?
So November 2nd, Peng accused this vice former vice somebody that's super high up into their government, okay? Of sexual assault.
Okay. That's not good.
In a post on Weibo. I don't know what Weibo is.
I don't know either.
It's a Chinese social media platform. If I would have just read a little further. Okay, so the post was taken down within like 2 minutes.
Okay.
After it went up, it was scrubbed from the Weibo search engine. Not only was Peng Shuai scrubbed from the internet, she went missing in real life.
Well, that's not good.
After posting the allegations, which is the first public Me Too accusation against a high-ranking Communist Party official, yeah. And she wasn't seen in public for 2 weeks, sparking concern for her safety. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little bit more than a spark.
So on November 2nd, in a post written, she writes this official, 75 years old, invited her to play tennis with him and his wife. She said that the three of them went to the home afterwards where he tried to have relations with him and her. I did not consent that first afternoon. She says, I cried the whole time. After dinner, when I was still reluctant, you said that you hated me, she wrote in the post. She also recounted having had consensual sex with him 10 years earlier when he was the party chief, and addressed the fact that she had no physical evidence of the assault. Oh, I'm a little confused on, well, whatever. You were always afraid I would make recordings, she said, and keep them as evidence. In fact, I have no evidence or proof other than my own word. But even if it's just me, like an egg hitting a rock or a moth to a flame, courting self-destruction, I tell you the truth. The trauma left me feeling like a walking corpse, okay?
Okay.
Now, China has heavily monitored censorship. It's super heavy in cyberspace, and the post was taken down within like just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And anything to do with tennis, her name was temporarily blocked. Private accounts that sent screenshots of the post were suspended. Meanwhile, Shuai hadn't been heard of since posting this accusation. And a number of other tennis stars said, yo, look, we got major concerns. We're not going to do anything with tennis until this gets figured out.
Good. I mean, that sounds like a good way to disappear in China.
But check this out, man.
Okay.
So there was no, she's fine because look, this paper it was written on social media. This is what Peng said. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
This was like after people were like, wait, where is she? We haven't heard from her in like 3 weeks. Hello, everyone. This is Peng Shuai. And all the things that were talked about the allegations of sexual assault, they're just not true. I'm not missing, nor am I unsafe. I've just been resting at home and everything is fine. Thank you again for caring about me. That's what was posted on. Doesn't that seem weird?
Seems legit. Seems like that was they might as well have started it with, hello everyone, this is Peng, not government official. I have not been murdered. But on a different note, I'm going away forever. Goodbye.
Don't worry about me. I'm going to a farm where we play tennis all day.
Yeah. I get to play with other people. And we play tennis all day long. Don't look for the farm. The farm is far away. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
People, wait, why'd they say she was at home? Isn't that easy to just be like, well, she ain't there?
I don't know, man.
Oh, her house is going to start on fire soon.
So the number of suspicious photos came out. It was merged. November 19th, the Chinese state television employee posted photos of her on Twitter, alleging her and her friend shared this photo from WeChat Moments. Happy weekend, it's captioned. She's just frowning.
Happy weekend. This was taken just now, not many weeks ago.
Yeah, then there's another video. The Chinese state television also tweeted a video of her eating with her coach. In a video, the coach asks her, "It's November 21st tomorrow, right?" The date is repeated three more times in the video.
That is not real.
Yeah, and she never speaks. So, and another state official tweeted a video of attending a tennis final. So I just feel like those were probably planted.
Yeah.
It is November 21st tomorrow, right?
Correct.
Somebody's moving her head.
Up and down. Terrible. And burning her.
Yeah, so something's going on with, like, what do you do? Let me ask you this. As in, like, I mean, the United States, what can you do? I mean, you can't step in to help out with China.
No.
You can't.
No.
Because we are
not over one person. It happens all the time
Are we dependent on certain things that we're trading for with China? That's scary.
Yeah. A lot of our jobs are over there. I mean, they're somewhat of an ally. We just don't agree with them on a political stance.
Yeah, you can't really butt in and just go, "Hey, we want to know what's going on here."
Yeah. It would be hard to do that because you can't just do it with one person. Because people there's horror stories about China. Who knows if any of them are real, but you'll read them on like Reddit where people just go disappearing all the time.
Because they say something about
they say something about the government, or hell, it's like it was either China or Japan, but it was like if you littered, they just came and killed you.
Where?
I think the Philippines have the drug squad.
What are we trading with besides soybeans? What are we trading with them?
With them?
Yeah.
I mean, anything that says made in China.
I think we're heavily dependent on chips for vehicles, but I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, a lot of technology comes from there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, every iPhone is pretty much made there.
Yeah, but what else do 10-year-olds have to do?
Right?
That's awful.
It's terrible. And just out of sight, out of mind. But yeah,
somebody said this isn't just politics. This is human rights. So they did cross the line, disappearing.
Yes, yeah, they did. That's the issue. Is that they have crossed the line numerous times. But it's why we, as a country, try to let refugees in. You know, people from China can be like, "I want to get away from that government. It's not a safe place," and that's what the country was built on. It's like, okay, well, come here. It's a safe haven.
Is it terrible to live there? Has anybody listening?
Doesn't sound like a nice place.
If
she got raped, said she got raped, and then disappeared.
I want to. Is it equal to, like, which one's the fun? Not the fun Korea. North Korea. Is it? I mean, is it similar to that?
No, I think it's a little worse.
North Korea.
Yeah, I think North Korea is just a hair worse.
I just love to know, like, what. If you've went over there and you've stayed for a few years, is it just terrible? Because I don't really hear. I always hear North Korea stories. I never really hear. I mean, yeah, the one child law, I knew that, but that's like kind of, maybe it's because I'm stupid and I don't pay attention. But maybe I should know that it's terrible to live. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we talked about that where it just seems like a bad place. I think living in a communist country is probably not great. Everybody has a job. And there's that.
But I also heard that you don't really get to pick your jobs.
Oh yeah. I think it's like if you don't have a skill, like a computer skill or something like that, or they're just like, "Oh, you're gonna dig ditches. That's what you do."
It'd be weird, man, if you're like on like the B movie where they draw their jobs out of like could you imagine? You're like, "I hope I get to be this." Oh man, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Washer.
Oh.
I didn't even know that was a job.
And the dad's disappointed in you, and you're like, I taught you how to draw better than that. How do you draw a piece of paper, Dad?
I don't know. There's some things on paper. Seems like it might work here. Maybe not go that far. But imagine the unemployment rate in the United States. If like, hey, you're at the unemployment office, draw your slip.
That's what I got to do?
Ditch digger?
Yeah.
Dang it. It's like, we're all going to make this road by hand. What? I'm going to go apply at Walmart.
Kim Jong-un recently made it illegal to wear leather jackets because too many people were starting to wear them because of the jackets he wears. Does he wear leather jacket? I'm confused on that.
Well, he wants to be the only one that looks dope and fly.
That's right. That's right. He invented dope and fly. I don't know if you knew that.
He did. I mean, does that surprise you? Didn't he say that only men can get like one of two haircuts, either shave your head or get the haircut he has?
You go in and go, I'd like a number 2, please.
Yeah,
oh, great.
like,
that's going to look great on you.
1 or 2. It's like, oh.
We've talked about that before, man, in North Korea. Like, when you go, everything is staged. Like, when you're driving on the tour, but, like, if you go behind the cardboard, you see just how terrible it is. Like, the houses they had houses built, but nobody lives in them.
It's like when you went to Dollywood, and they had, like, that western area. But if you were to just look, they're just basically shipping containers with a facade in the front.
All right.
The whole, I've heard that comparison before. They say that North Korea is a lot like Dollywood.
I heard that too.
I've heard that a lot, actually.
Dollywood has, what's her name? Dolly Parton's home there. That you get to actually see how she grew up.
Oh, like
she grew up like 15 people in a shack. They have it exactly built. I don't know if it's the real deal one. It may be that they just trailered in, but
and they just show and it's just a shack.
It is, and you can look to see how it was all set up in the beds and where they all slept and everything. But I have that theory where Dolly had talent, obviously, and she can go try to make it. Because she can live poor. And getting out of the shack with 17 kids, going to live wherever, that crap hole, wherever she was living in Tennessee, was probably a little bit more freeing and better than where she was living. So she knows what it's like to be dirt poor to try to make it as an artist.
Yeah.
And then we'll continue on after that if she doesn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What are we even talking about anymore?
Who knows?
Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Selena. I was just listening, and I lived in China.
Oh, you did? How many years did you live in China?
I was there for 3 years.
Is it terrible, or what were your thoughts?
I had a really great experience. I was in 2 decent-sized cities, so and I didn't talk a lot of politics with people, but there's definitely the sense that you can't say what you want to say, but people's lives have improved so much over the past 50 years that most of them don't care. Because they all have, they can get a nice car, they have TVs, they have,
So can you pick out your own gig, your own job, or do they pick it out for you?
No, you can. Their school system is super competitive, so they all want to get into a really good school, and then they study what they want to. Well, they study what their parents want them to, usually.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. The respect that you have for your parents... I guess it's just built into you at such a young age. That's got to be different, right? That do kids treat their parents different? Did you notice living there in America?
Oh yeah, I'm also a teacher, so the things that students get away with here would never get away with it with their parents or their teachers. There's just an element of respect.
Is there if they back talk? Is there no back talking to a teacher?
Oh no,
that's
cool. They would be terrified of their teacher, and then terrified of what their parents would do.
So China now is America 50 years ago.
Kind of.
Wait, you talking about with respect?
Yeah, with the teachers and stuff like that. Because
you don't mess with your teachers, you don't mess with what your parents say.
That's the way my dad described it. He said, you didn't tell your parents that you got in trouble at school or that your teacher smacked you at school because you're going to get smacked at home because they're going to say, what did you do to make that teacher hit you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, man. Somebody said China only has squat toilets in public. Is that true?
Yeah, and I first year was not a fan, but then I actually preferred them.
Really?
So now did you build a little thing around your toilet here in the U.S.? Or now are you all?
I have the little squatty potty where you put your feet on them.
Yeah. Squatty potties are dope.
Dude, I'm getting me one of those. I'm putting that in my stocking. That's what I want, a
it's
stocking
so
stuffer.
Comfortable. Yeah. So much better.
I get that. Yeah, no, I did that. Remember when I when I had to pull over and do this when I was going up north and there was no bathrooms around and coffee hit me hard and then I went down a dirt road and was hanging off the tailgate and I was in a weird position, like a very squat position.
Yep.
And it was the best. It was the best ever.
Movement.
It was the best bowel movement ever.
Yeah, that just comes out of you like a smooth little rocket.
And right then and there, I went, dude. I just felt completely empty. And I'm like, right then and there, I'm like, I'm getting a squatty potty.
Yep. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
No problem.
Take care. Yeah, that would be a big thing. Could you imagine if the kids from like China come over and like my daughter, I'm not brushing my hair, Mom. Mm-hmm. And then Dewey's like, can everybody shut up? It's like, they would be
what
like.
What a culture shock.
No doubt.
Oh.
All right. Hey, Planet Fitness, boy, they respect you there.
They do. I am going tonight.
Really?
I am. That was offensive.
No, really? You are?
I mean, maybe.
No.
Which one do you go to?
Judgment Free Zone.
Are you going to the one right over there?
Well, they all are. They're all judgment-free zones.
Well, no, I know, but like, is that the one you choose? Because you have the black card, which means that you can go to any of them.
That's right. Yeah. So, which, by the way, that's only $20. If you want to go to any Planet Fitness anywhere, you get $20, get you that black card, and you can get to any of them. Yeah, I might go over to that one.
Okay. Because I might just do the $10 a month one, which is no commitment, but I have to pick which one I want to go to, and I want to make sure it's one that you don't go to.
What if it was like a China and they pick the Planet Fitness you got to go to, and it's like, I got to go up to your area?
You go to Duluth? It's like a 5-hour drive.
Nah, you don't got to do that here.
No, Planet Fitness is the least like China.
Yeah, one-on-one orientation with trainers, very clean facilities, $10 a month, no contract. Check it out, planetfitness.com. Oh, these are new surprises. Oh, I love this. Oh, wow. This is good. I just want to listen for a second. New rejoins in here. If you've noticed, we got rid of like
the long ones,
the ones that have like words with them. I think we kept
a couple.
Yeah, I definitely love the.
I kept.
I can't sleep because I
kept
can't go
that
to
one
sleep.
for sure.
Yeah, that one's great.
I kept good because it's really short.
Yeah, that one's all right.
I kept Matthew McConaughey because I like his laugh. And I kept Charles Manson because he's he's just so charismatic, man. I mean, take away the other stuff he did, but I mean, other than that, great musician.
Do you I know somebody that actually this was a while ago. By the way, it's a Jake and Tanner show. It's Kiss FM. I don't know if I want to open up a talk topic now to have people call in, or you want to do it?
Why not?
Okay, well, I just want to know,
because we're pretty late.
Yeah. Well, I just how cheap is cheap, or what is too cheap? Here, I'm screwing this up.
I need an example. Yeah.
Okay, so I know somebody. This was a while ago, but to save money, they would get popcorn out of the trash and then refill it, and then take it up to the counter and get the free refill. I kind of understand that in a little bit because popcorn at a movie theater is very expensive.
I went to a movie yesterday. That's why I didn't answer your phone call.
What did you?
I saw Eternals.
Oh, wait, that was yesterday?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was fine.
I bet.
It was good. It was fine. Yeah, that was bad. But I got popcorn because I like popcorn, and for a large popcorn and 2 large drinks was $16.
This seems fair.
It honestly did. Well, I had a coupon for $5 off, so it should have been $21.
Oh, my dear God. Now we're getting outrageous.
And it was Tuesday. Everything's a little cheaper on Tuesdays. Tickets were only $5.
There was this place in Big Rapids, Michigan. It was called a movie theater. They played movies. And it was bring your own bucket on Tuesdays. And people would bring 5-gallon buckets.
Oh, yeah. We did that at ours, too.
Just bring in like a trash can and fill it up?
Yeah. They had to change the rule to it had to sit on your lap. It had to be able to sit on your lap. So my dad owned a business at a time, and he had all those boxes.
Sure.
So I took like 3 or 4 boxes, and I made it sit like this tall. And like it was like 3 feet tall. It was basically like I was filling up like a 3rd grader with popcorn.
Yeah.
And I would bring that. But yeah, that was a fun thing. Dude, have you been to the movie? You went to the movies
just recently to watch Ghostbusters.
Was like 90% of the commercials about how you need to go to the movie theater?
Well, good old Marcus needs you to get going to that movie theater because COVID took out everything, man.
Even that, like, they had like a promotion for House of Gucci or whatever.
Yeah.
And like all the actors were like, it's just such a movie that you need to experience in a theater. It needs to be seen in a place with other people. It changes your perspective. I felt like it was like every other commercial was just like, man, it's nice to be back in this movie theater surrounded by strangers. And I was like, what a weird sell.
Man. We've talked about that before, but the movie theater, for me anyway, and I think for Gen Zs, you don't want that experience anymore. You want to just watch it when you can watch it. You want to watch it on your phone in front of you.
I love going to the movies. I think some movies are designed to watch on big screens like that.
Have you ever watched Speed?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I didn't see it in the theater, though.
Did you like it?
I love Speed.
Okay. That's what everybody says. Speed, the only way to watch it is in the theater. You still loved it.
I loved Speed.
I don't think that...
But, like, I think there are movies that are cool to watch in theaters.
Oh, okay.
Like the Star Wars movies, I think is awesome to go experience in a theater because it's such a larger-than-life thing. I still really like the Star Wars movies when I watch them at home.
Yeah, well, like in like Sheik, I know this isn't everybody's home life, but he has a humongous TV in his basement.
I'm getting an 85-inch TV.
It's something like that crazy, you know what I mean? And to be able to watch the new Star Wars and not go to the theater and just watch it there with surround sound, that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, ultimately, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to
make
build
a little movie theater,
a real entertainment movie area in my house.
How fun!
Because
I'm so jealous right now.
Because it does suck to go to the theater, It's fun. I like taking my kid because she has such a good time with it.
I agree with that. It's more of an experience.
And it becomes a real experience because it is different than just watching a movie in your own house.
Well, you can pause it. It is,
I fell asleep in the movie yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to ask Kevin. I was like, man, do you think I missed anything? And he was like, oh, I dozed off too.
Yeah.
But that's where I would have liked to have been at home so I could have just rewound quick and then hit play.
I was trying to tell Piper back in the day, like, I will not go to a theater now if those seats don't recline. Forget about it. And there's one in Saukville. It could be the only place showing a movie that I really want to go watch. I'm not going to sit there like in an airplane seat anymore.
A poor person?
No way. And Piper's like, what do you mean? I'm like, do you remember when we were on the airplane coming back from Florida? I'm like, that's what it was like. And you know what else? I love that you're able to pick your own seats now. Yes. I dig that. Because Angie and we used to be, I don't know if this is everyone's life when they're in their late teens, early 20s. You go to a movie theater quite a bit with your girlfriend.
It's almost what you did.
On the weekends,
dinner and a movie. It was almost beat into you that's what you were supposed to do for dates.
We would go to the movie, and I would get there a little early. I would say because I would like to get to the seats, and I like watching the trailers or whatever.
Yeah.
And then once the movie started getting busy, these stupid 17-year-old kids would come and be like, "Hey, this movie's sold out, so we need everybody to move in." This would happen, and I would go. I wouldn't move because I'm like, bull. I got here early so I can pick this seat where my feet can be up on the little railing. This is why I got here early. Now, because of this Tweedledee and Dumb got here late, I got to scoot in? No, they can be separate and sit in this seat and one over here.
I
love that they changed rules where you can just pick your seats now. I love it.
I love picking the seats. It's especially because, like, I got tickets for the new Spider-Man next week.
Sure.
I already know where I'm sitting. I have the best seats in the house, middle of the pack, no seats in front of me. I have the bar. And
could you imagine? Now, think about this. If you walked in, sitting there, and then they make you move.
I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna move.
Were you ever in that part of your... Do you remember that?
I've never been in a movie theater. With my movie theaters up north that I went to, never sold out. There was never an issue where people said we need to move in. But no, and if I get to my movie theater and I get there and F10 and F11 are taken, I'll get a manager.
You'd be like,
these are my tickets.
That's when you throw the name around. I don't know if you know who I am.
I'm Jake Kelly.
Jake Kelly.
And I'm better than you. I'm Murphy from the Murphy in the Morning Show, and I'm so much better than you. And then I spit in their face and leave.
I am, man, actually talking about the theater, I get excited to, here's the thing, though. I haven't really went to go watch a movie that I really wanted to watch with my wife. Like, I haven't done that because it's all been kid stuff, so no wonder I'm not really excited about a movie theater because we go watch a kid movie or whatever, and the kids barely last. So I'm like, do away with them. Who cares? But, man, talking about it makes me go, I want to get a bucket of popcorn and go watch an amazing movie.
It is a really interesting thing to eat popcorn that early in the morning because I had a large bucket of popcorn.
They're like, you want me to make this for you right now? Yes, please.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want butter on it, do you? Yeah, oh, yeah, extra if you could.
Yeah.
Ugh, you are a gross human being.
Eggs. Yeah, put eggs on there, too.
Yeah, whatever you want to put on there. I think I judged too hard. The other day I said I don't like people who go to the movie theaters and then they order food and go sit down and eat it. I came so close to ordering a burger yesterday.
Why not? It's breakfast.
It was 11:20, okay? Let's stop acting like I went there and...
you were saying it. I was just jumping on your bandwagon, man. Hi, who's this?
It was 11.
Hey, good morning, my friend.
Hi.
So, we're talking about the movies. I haven't been to the movies in a year or two, and I went with my brother last month. And you can order a whole meal there now, like chicken tenders, French fries.
Yeah, that's what we were. Yeah, we were just saying that. I know, man. It's weird when you take a couple years off. Like I was saying, it went through a span when my kids were young that we never went, and then all of a sudden, when I went into the theater, you went to a screen and picked your seats, and that was mind blowing because 5 years prior to that, there was none of that.
That was not an option.
Yeah,
you just walked in
3430.
and you just hoped you had the right seat, the right amount of seats.
I'm looking at movies in 2022 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to think, like if you get rid of the Marvel movies, in Batman or whatever that one is too, not Marvel, but whatever. Is there any that you know coming out that you're like, oh man, I'm excited to see that?
Oh God, I don't even know any movies that are coming out in 2022.
Okay.
I don't even know the Marvel ones that are coming out in 2022, honestly.
Well, isn't that one with Jared Leto coming out where he plays a vampire or whatever?
Morbius? Yeah, that's coming out.
Are you excited about the new Jurassic World?
I am, actually.
I just can't. I am so done with him.
I'm really done. I am also very, very much done with him. But I am a little excited for it.
Hey, that Spider-Man... that cartoon one, that was fun as hell. That first one that came to Netflix.
Into the Spider-Verse?
They're doing it part 1 and probably a part 2 eventually, but part 1 comes out next year.
Oh, yeah, that looks good. I'm pretty excited for that. There is a movie coming out. It is going to be the biggest pile of garbage. It's called, it's Moon something? Moonscape? Or Moonfall? Moonfall.
Okay.
It is. I want to watch a trailer with you off air.
Okay.
It is the biggest. It looks like it's going to be the biggest pile of garbage.
That sounds amazing.
There is a line in there at the end of the trailer where he's like, "Where are we?" And the guy's like, "We're in the moon." And then another guy goes, "That's the greatest thing ever said by anyone."
Sign me up.
And I looked at Kevin and I was like, "That movie looks like trash. I can't wait to go see it."
Hey, Lindsay, how much did she just said she rented out a theater for her daughter's birthday? Her and like 20 of her, she has 20 friends, damn, for a Taylor Swift movie. Cool Mom Award. It is. How much did that cost to rent out a theater?
It's not crazy expensive. It's only it's like $100 and some odd, I think.
That's it?
Yeah. Some people were doing that. Some people were doing that for Spider-Man coming out because they're like, oh, I can just rent the movie. Like, I can rent a movie theater out for $160 and pick Spider-Man. I can watch it a day early.
You probably have to. Well, don't you? Wouldn't you have to purchase every seat in there to make up for?
No, because if you think about it, it makes sense because there are probably times in movie theaters where nobody buys a ticket.
Well, I wonder if you got to do it like at their slow, like that 2:00. Or,
yeah.
I use this.
Hey, it's Lindsay.
Oh, yeah, Lindsay, how much did you end up paying for that?
So we're doing the De Pere Theater, that old one where you can have pizza and stuff like that there.
Okay.
It was $130 for her and 20 of her friends, and then you could pick whatever movie you want, and she's obsessed with Taylor Swift, so they're doing like a Taylor Swift premiere movie.
Dude, that is so affordable.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they had to.
And then they each get like a drink and popcorn and...
Wait a minute. They all get their own pop. It's not just one bucket they all have to share?
Pass it around?
Nope. They each get one drink and one popcorn.
Oh, my God. What a cool deal, man. For $130, that's a really cool parent move. And you can't pick any...
And they're all going to dress up.
You can't pick any, like, new... It's got to be older, like Goonies. You can put whatever you want on there, right?
Anything you can buy on a DVD, they'll play for you.
And but could you pick a movie that they're playing?
I don't know. I guess I didn't ask. But it's at like 9:00 at night. It has to be after they're done playing their theaters. But I'm sure that they would play what they're playing now.
Gotcha. So I'm thinking in my head it's like the Marcus Cinema that has 12 theaters or whatever. You probably got to find a little one.
No, I think you can rent
screen.
a Marcus one.
You can.
You can rent the Marcus one too. It's a little more expensive though. It was like $200, I think, to rent out.
That's still not that insane.
But do you have to wait until after the movie's done at like 9?
Let me see here.
Or 11? I mean,
I think during the day they do those ones.
Marcus Private Cinema. Is that what it is? Is that what I'm looking to do? Online cinema.
Thanks, Lindsay. Appreciate it, dude. We should actually do that. For the show, like, you know how we did the skip day and we go watch the... Yeah. We should actually just rent one out for so many listeners. Say we do like so many listeners and we go watch something on DVD that's awesome, that's not Marvel. The Irishman.
No,
Power of the Dog.
No.
Dude, we'll rent out the theater and play Power of the Dog.
I'd rather.
Oh, it's so good.
No, thank you.
Do you like that? Do you like that idea?
Book online, yes. Book online without working with a live person. Perfect.
Okay, wonderful.
Groups of up to 20 people.
Okay, so perfect. We're going to do that. Only 20 of the JT.
No, we got 18 people. Well,
Okay,
you and I got to go.
Yeah, true. Well, we don't have to.
We go see a different movie. We make them sit and watch
Power of the
Dog. And you and I are just like, Venom was pretty dope.
Okay, so wait, could you do more than that, or is it only 20?
It says no more than 20 people will be allowed in your private cinema. For larger group sizes, click here.
Do that one really quick. Well, just try that, because I think it'd be...
Oh, but now they got to get a hold of me and ask
screw
why.
it. Well, let's do 18. We're going to do 18 people, and we randomly draw them at a bar where we all drink.
No, we draw them there right before the movie starts.
Yeah,
so we have to make people leave. You have to go.
I really like this idea, man.
I'm ready to book.
People are texting in saying, I love this idea.
I would do this. Select your state. Where are we?
Andrea Simone. I would totally go to the theater with you guys. She's the one that made those kick-ass glasses, and I almost called it a charcuterie board. Oh, Andrea, I'm supposed to ask you, do you guys make charcuterie boards? Because my wife really wants one. Not saying for free, we'll buy one, but she really wants one of those.
You pretentious people.
What?
What the hell is a charcuterie board?
It's just where you put, it's like a plate, but it's fancy wood.
Yeah,
it's like a cutting board.
You put expensive cheeses and uncured meats.
All the cheese.
You pretentious bastards!
Stop! You're making me feel bad. Let's go back to the.
Okay,
it's got to be a movie we both agree on, though.
So we get Dream Loungers. Okay, I'm picking the one that's right next to the station because I'm making this a burden for us.
What time do
11:45? Obviously,
perfect. This is going to be
one that's available.
Okay, so let's do this.
Okay, so here we go. This is on New Year's Eve.
Somebody said, I do not want to sit in the dark theater with 3430, so if he doesn't go, I go.
Okay, but wait a minute. It's making me select a movie.
All right. Oh, an actual one that we're playing?
A film.
No, like one that's new?
I think so.
All right,
some of them are.
Just pick any.
Well, but I think we have to pick one of these.
What do you mean? You just can't? I can't bring in Power of the Dog?
Power of the Dog. So we'll pick Matrix Resurrections. Oh, now it wants me to send in my email and stuff. I don't want to do that.
Wait, you out? We got so far.
I don't want to do that. That's not what we want to do.
Chuck's email.
No, but we don't want them to pick the movie for us. We want to rent the movie and then pick a movie. Like what Lindsay did. So we'd have to go to the one in Dipper.
That's fine.
$130 some odd.
Well, we're not paying. We're not going to use the show money.
Oh, yeah, that went away months ago, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
We've been spending it.
We have. Wait until we get that card or that bill.
It's gonna be weird. Yeah, I mean we could do that, but I want to pick. We gotta come to an agreement.
This is going to be tough. Film. I would do Matrix Resurrection Tour or whatever it's called.
How long do we get the theater for? Maybe let's watch all three first, and then we'll do the Matrix Resurrection.
Well, why don't we? If we did it that way, why don't we just watch Lord of the Rings first, then into the Matrix?
Oh, that would be really funny. What if we pick a sequel to start with?
Yeah, well, yeah, they got to be out of order.
We start with Two Towers.
That's the fun.
And then we play Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back to Fellowship.
And then I'll bring my vacation video in, and we'll run. I got like an hour and a half of us in vacation.
Wait a minute. So I do this to people at my house. If you've ever been to my house, you know how this works. I sit down on the couch and I stream my phone to the TV and I make everybody sit down and watch TikToks with me. TikToks that I think are funny. What if we did that?
This is getting better and better.
We all just sit down and you have to watch TikToks that we find amusing.
I like this too. Then once we pick the listener, they have to pay $20 to do this. So in actuality,
we're making money.
We will make the money, or they pay for their watching TikTok. Hey, listen, it's all part of just being around us because we're big deals.
Yeah, you'd be able to find out what Jake and I find funny on TikTok. Some of it's good. Some of it's crap. I'll admit it.
Dude, I really like the theater thing.
I know, but we got to be able to. I don't know, man. We got to figure this out.
This is how we get in trouble all the time.
Yeah, because we start making promises. We've literally had meetings where they've said, "You guys have to stop making promises on the air because it ties our hands." And then we said, "Yeah, that's why we do it." Mm-hmm. Now you have to.
Well, I mean, it's fair. It's a trade on and off. Just like it's like you guys get bonuses and then like no more of those.
Yeah, it would be crazy if they did that.
It's just fair. Just kidding. We love you. It's a big joke. Why do you got to make everything so weird?
No. Gaslighting.
Hey, they serve beer at the one in De Pere.
Yeah. Oh, we just get tanked and watch TikToks on a 40-foot screen.
I really like this.
Oh,
what if it's your birthing video?
Wait, whose? Mine?
Yours.
I don't have one, I don't think. Yeah, we'll find one. We just have to watch. Everybody, if you have video of you being birthed, you're invited. But we're going to watch it with you. What were you thinking? I don't know.
Oh, God. All right. Now, I really like the idea. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
By the way, there's a Quiet Place spinoff that's going to be hitting theaters 2022.
Moderately Loud Place. I never watched the second one, so shut up. I want to watch it yet.
Based on an idea of the original.
But I don't know when can I stream it. I don't want to pay for it. That's my issue.
Yeah.
I'll just watch it tonight.
Yeah, do that.
I have that. I pirate movies.
Oh, Jesus! I'm not going to be a part of this.
That's fine. Probably.
We're going to play a crap ton of commercials. Oh, gotta go. Bad.
Bye.
At Amcor, you're going to have the opportunity to learn, earn good wages, and be genuinely respected. Learn more at amcor.com or apply right now by texting AMCOR to 22100. is weird. David Blaine. By the way, it's a Jake and Tanner show. Good morning. He's just like, I forgot that he did the balloon thing. Do you remember?
Yeah, where he just grabbed onto a balloon and...
Yeah, a couple of years ago we were talking about that, and he's going to just be taken up in the sky. And there's actually, like on YouTube, there's 3 hours because he did it with YouTube for this next stunt, that stunt. And, a couple of years ago he did this 3 hours long of them preparing and talking and, people in and out watching it live. And he didn't do one thing of like the magic. It was just all talking balloons as I'm skipping through it. I'm like, this is dumb. This seems weird. Like, he's getting taken up in the sky with balloons, and I don't know why that's not cool to me anymore.
It's a crazy feat of strength?
Well, he's actually hooked up.
Oh, never mind. It's not a feat of strength.
No, it's just...
Oh, wait, could I have done this then? Or you or I just been hooked by balloons?
I'm sure there's training involved. I mean, he went up 25,000. He wanted to get as high as Mount Everest. So I'm sure... It's chilly and breathing, and you got to have probably so many parachute jumps.
Oh, yeah, did he have a parachute?
Well, then he released. Oh. Yeah, he had to put a parachute on while he was up there. And
that was the trick?
No. I don't know. Why are those like Houdini and David Blaine stunts? Like when he was getting buried alive in a block of ice or whatever. Yeah. I remember being over at my friend's house, and it was really interesting and fun to watch. But now, why is that?
Well, that seems that's crazy. Or like Houdini being dunked in water and having to get out of the restraints in a straitjacket to get himself out of the water. Like that's crazy. Like, and it's intense, but like, there's nothing intense about balloons.
Yeah.
Like, even if he did get real high. Like, I don't know, they're still just balloons.
Somebody said under these, they're like, man, the best performance is how well he raised his daughter, because his daughter was there watching, and she's like 10 or 11, and just constantly saying thank you to everyone. He did a great job of raising her.
Oh, that's a weird thing. Like, that's where the bar is? Minors, just like bare minimum of manners? That's the bar for raising kids now.
It was for real too, man. All she was saying was thank you.
It's like she wasn't there like doing hibachi grilling or like helping people with that are down and she just said thanks. Somebody said, "Hey, it's really nice to meet you." "Oh yeah, thank you. It's nice to meet you too." "Oh, he did a good job raising her." Is it common decency? Like, okay.
Let's hear this. He comes out with his daughter. Okay.
Holy people of the...
Which, by the way, he was saying, I don't know why I'm on this David Blaine kick. It's probably just because I listened to him just a couple days ago on Joe Rogan, an old podcast. But he said that his daughter wants to do what he does. And he's terrified. He doesn't want her to, because he's like, when you're a parent, you want to stop all of that. Any kind of danger that happens. Mm-hmm. And she says she wants to be... one of the first girls to do what he does. Again,
magic?
No, like doing the stunts. I think doing the more of the stunts.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And to me, I don't like that part of the David Blaine. But
no, I like the cards.
Hey, when is he touring again? Is he touring? Let's go watch him if he is.
David Blaine.
I just put something up on the Facebook I want to read here. The big question here, big bold letters. How many dogs does it take to change a light bulb? And they got different dogs answering. Okay. Golden Retriever says, sun is shining. The day is young. We've got our whole lives ahead of us. And you're inside worrying about a stupid burned out bulb. Did that make sense, right? Boxer, who cares? I can still play with a squeaky toy in the dark.
That's probably true.
And then I like this one here, Australian Shepherd. First, I'll put all the light bulbs in a little circle. I used to have one of those. I had an Australian Coolie. Yeah. And anytime people would get up to go to do anything, he would nip you in the calves to it was just part of his DNA, would just push you, try to nip you and
he wanted you to go in places where he wanted you to go.
He didn't even know where you were. He was just doing it.
He just wanted you to be. He didn't know what he wanted, but he knew what he didn't like.
Somebody said if you guys watch the whole video, he does say in the helicopter he did it for his daughter. I don't know why, but he says he did it. did it for her. I don't know.
Did she ask for that? Dad, I'd like you to go up in a balloon for my birthday. That's a weird present. You know, I'm a millionaire. I could buy you anything you want. I want to see you really high.
I see real high and colorful balloons, Dad. Yeah. See, when you get to a point, though, when you're a millionaire, you don't want normal things and the normal expensive things.
Yeah.
It becomes boring. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, man, I have my issues with The Rock, and the reason I have issues with him is because I don't really care for his movies.
Yeah, they're not your type.
Now, I'm going to be honest, I really liked Jumanji when I watched it with the kids. Mm-hmm. That's something I'm not going to go out and watch by myself, but
yeah,
he does some really cool things.
Ooh, what did he do recently?
And I think he's really
genuine.
I think he's genuinely has tons of gratitude for the life that he has.
Okay.
I think he does. He's constantly giving some things away, and in my head, it's always never enough. Okay, you gave the guy a truck, big whoop.
Yeah,
you got millions. Change his life. Why don't you really change his life?
Yeah, and it was to me. I said it was his. They were like, he gave him his personal truck. I was like, you gave him a used truck?
Yeah, right. It's just so easy to knock what celebrities do. That's not enough.
Yeah,
especially Bezos.
Well, yeah, we knock these celebrities for not doing enough as we sit at stoplights and try to pretend the homeless person's not looking at me.
With the Salvation Army people ringing the bell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I get that. And this morning when I was watching it, I even said, I'm like, man, we don't do nowhere near. I mean, I know that we're nowhere near as
wealthy
as a celebrity or wealth as The Rock, but we are somewhere on here. I don't know. I feel like we could do more. But then you go, what's it going to do? Donating $200 or $300, whatever our thing is in our.
It sucks, but that can at least help people for a day.
Yeah,
it takes one day or maybe a week.
But I guess I'm always like, but I need help.
I would like $200.
Yeah, the Rock doesn't need $200.
That's the thing. I want it.
Well,
it was actually on like an episode of The Simpsons, and it makes sense for this. And it sucks being middle class because anybody who really cares will leave you to go help somebody else who wants it more or who needs it more.
Yeah.
So it's like we still need things, but anybody who really cares about helping people
they're not over that. Yeah,
they don't want to help. They're gonna leave you to go help somebody else that needs it even more. Man,
so rough being middle class,
straight white man in the middle class. My God. Is it a struggle?
So here's The Rock. He was at the People's Choice Award, and he closed out the night receiving a People's Champion Award.
That was his thing in the wrestling.
Sure was. But he did kind of The Rock kind of cool way that he does.
Guys, this is Shoshana. Say hello.
He invites Shoshana up, which she was a Make-A-Wish recipient.
Oh, okay.
She was in the audience. She's a survivor, by the way.
Okay.
It was a total surprise. I met her earlier. I told her how inspired I was by her story. She is a survivor. She has fought literally for her life. She has inspired her family, her friends. Now you guys here, now the world that is watching, thank you so much for this. And I just want to tell you that, Muhammad Ali, one of my favorite quotes that he says is, the service to others is the rent you pay for the room you have here on earth.
Cool saying.
You represent everything that it means to be a people's champion, so this is for you.
First, thank you for this. I didn't expect this at all. Yeah, thank you so much to you and to Make-A-Wish.
That's cool stuff, man. I like what he does.
Yeah.
I guess it would be easy, and maybe it's not. Maybe this is my middle class way of saying this. It would be easier to find charities and to help out if you had lots of money to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not, I don't know. Maybe everybody's always asking for handouts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all want handouts. The cool thing about that is that he didn't give her any money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was just like, I know this is probably going to mean a lot to you.
Yeah.
And it means not, dude, to be honest, that award meant nothing to him. No. But he knew that it would mean the world to her.
He's that guy, and I'm not saying that he's out doing it for PR, but boy, is he really good at being The Rock and being genuinely... Well, or just very grateful. Maybe not genuine. He sure does look like it.
I think
he looks like he's enjoying life, and he's giving a bunch of thank yous for it.
See, I think the people that are good now that we see are genuinely good people, because I think 5 years ago or 4 years ago, when the Me Too movement happened, we weeded out a lot of people that were just doing it for PR.
Here, Mommy AF is still wanting you guys to pick a charity to sell and donate the proceeds of the JTAF magnets.
Who the hell's selling JTAF magnets?
Why are we the first? This is the first time we're ever hearing this.
Who the hell's selling them?
I don't know.
And who's Mommy AF? I've never heard of that group.
Me neither. They sound crazy. Kidding. That is a joke.
Now it's your turn. I said it before. Now it's you. You get them.
All right. So, The Rock also won Male Movie Star. What movie do you think? Wrong. Jungle Cruise.
I've been meaning to watch that.
Yeah, us too. The night's other special honors were Kim Kardashian for Fashion Icon.
God, I hate that she's famous.
Halle Berry?
What, she's alive?
As People's Icon? What has Halle Berry
been doing?
No.
No, that doesn't sound right. Did you mean Haley Steinfeld?
No, Halle. Is that how Halle spells?
Yep.
There's no other Halle Berry.
No. Yeah, what is she
doing? What's she been doing?
She's 55 and she's 5'5", and she was born in 66. Oh, that's really cool. I'm sorry.
Christina Aguilera as Music Icon.
Who wrote this?
I don't know, man.
Like, who's giving out these awards? 35-year-old dudes? Like, who's giving this away?
Yeah, it's Christina, Kim, and Halle Berry.
Kim, Halle Berry. You got The Rock getting the people's champion, which is what he was when he was in the WWF.
Definitely 35-year-old male. Hi, who's this?
So,
what's up, man?
You know what's weird is you guys are talking about The Rock and all the stuff he's doing. With him appearing with Ryan Reynolds in the movie Red Notice.
Yeah.
He actually is now on the game Fortnite.
Him
and Ryan Reynolds are now on Fortnite because of that movie. They're doing an even bonus for that.
Wait. Is it their actual... It's not Deadpool. It's actually their faces?
It's actually their faces.
Whoa. Yeah. All right, thanks, man.
So over Fortnite.
So over Ryan Reynolds.
I know you are.
Haley just did a movie called Bruised, so maybe that's it. Good for her.
Oh, it looked like she was a fighter.
Black Widow was named Movie of the Year. Scarlett Johansson won Female Movie Star of the Year. Now, this is the People's Choice Award, where they say only people have it. I doubt it.
I wonder why. Because it was fine. I mean, it was fine.
Loki won TV Show of the Year.
I can see that. It was pretty good.
Tom Hiddleston won Male TV Star of the Year.
Well, and kind of goes hand in hand. Hand in hand.
He's getting real close to I don't care.
Why? He's barely anywhere.
Well, it's just all I think about is Marvel when I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
And he's really good in Spider-Man too, but I was in wow of him when he did that Netflix movie with Robert Pattinson. I forget what it was. He's outstanding. I wish he would do more of that.
Listen though, they got to get
I guess.
They got to make their money doing Marvel so they can go do those other things. Like, what's-his-face, Benedict Cumberbatch, would not be able to do the whatever of the dog.
Very
if
true.
He didn't have
Did he do
the
Sherlock? Or
if he didn't have...
the dragon?
Yeah, Doctor Strange under his belt.
Scarlett... No, Tom Hiddleston, but I'm sorry. I was getting these two mixed up. Who's Spider-Man? Tom Holland. Which that's, again, I'm talking about. I don't really know anything about. Is that who you're
talking about?
That's who I was talking about, but this is Tom Hiddleston, won Male TV Star of the Year. I don't know too much about him.
I was going to say, I barely ever hear about him.
Oh, did I say Hiddleston?
You said Hiddleston.
Okay, sorry,
I was very confused.
Ellen won Daytime Talk Show category.
Well, I mean, who else was she up against? Steve Harvey?
Yeah, I guess. Olivia Rodrigo won Album of the Year. Blake Shelton, Country Artist. Yeah.
Blake Shelton's still making music?
Yes.
And he likes being famous.
Yeah, he's a big fan of it.
He really likes... I mean, he's the only original person left on The Voice, right?
Oh, Adam's gone now?
I think Adam's gone, yeah. Yeah, I think he's the only one left there. Dude, he didn't get into country music because he loved the music. He liked music and also being famous.
Mm-hmm. Big fan of money. And I'm sure The Voice pays a ton. I bet you buckets of money just get poured over them.
Which is crazy because you know what? I don't talk to anybody who is like, did you watch The Voice last night?
Right. No. It's weird that you even said I forgot it even existed. It's like somebody saying, did you watch Survivor? Is that still going?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so a buddy of mine said this. It was really funny. They added Survivor onto Netflix.
Yeah.
And if you want to know what it's like to have a newborn, he was like, we watched all of it already.
Yeah, right.
It was like all 38 seasons. Like, it's just such mindless television, and it might still be on.
It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Ooh. All right. What is this?
Mr. Roboto.
Ah. Hey, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Kiss FM. I'm going to try giving away money. I think $60.
Yes.
40. No, it's only 40.
Why would it be 40?
Was it? I thought he was only playing for 20 yesterday. No, was it 40?
I thought he was playing for 40.
$60 then. Take
I
Tanner
lost on Friday.
here in a few minutes. All right. I got a few things here. I think it'd be fun if people share these rules of life that they're pretty much unspoken, yet everyone follows them.
Okay.
Tell me if they need to be unspoken or, no, that's okay. I don't know if you can relate to this or not, but if your dress has pockets, you must tell everyone.
Oh, my God.
It has pockets. I know my wife does that. Look at this. It has pockets.
My daughter did it the other day. She was wearing something. She was like, Dad, look at it. It has pockets.
It's pockets. It's dress
is
has
that
pockets.
just built in your guys' DNA to let us know you guys have pockets?
It's funny. Yeah, okay, unspoken rule here. If a 2-year-old speaks gibberish to you, you reply with either, you think so? Or, well, thank you for telling me.
Yep.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah. It's pretty much how it is.
If somebody gives you their phone to look at, don't scroll and see all the other pictures. That's probably a no-no.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Never
You're going to see genitals.
Never propose at someone else's wedding. Did that happens?
Oh, yeah. People do that. I see videos like that on the internet, and all I think is, whoa, you got to ask. Like, you got to run that past the bride, right?
That's weird.
I find it so strange. I saw one where the bride was about to throw the bouquet.
Yeah.
And she turned around, and instead of throwing the bouquet, she just handed the bouquet to the woman, and then she turned around and her husband was there, or her boyfriend proposed.
So it was all planned.
Yeah, like the bride knew about it, and I was like, man, that feels. I would never do that. I wouldn't want any of that. If somebody was like, I was thinking about proposing to my girlfriend at your wedding, be like, nah, stop thinking about it. Like, don't.
I find it, when those two were getting married and they asked us to go, you guys should go to Mexico. It'd be a good vacation. You can hang out at our wedding. We became pretty good friends. And and we're like, well, okay, that sounds good. And then like 3 days later, we were like, hey, can we just get married the day after you? And they're like, sure. Because what do you say? We put them in an awkward position where it's like, no, go that's
ahead.
fine, because they don't want to say, well, no, this is kind of our thing.
Yeah, we invited you to our wedding, we didn't invite you to have a wedding.
Yeah.
Well, deal with it.
Yeah.
And we don't even know if you guys got married.
If you work in child care and see a baby walk for the first time, you do not say anything to the parent.
I have heard that. Because that's going to make a parent feel really bad. If you miss a baby's first steps. Your first baby's first steps. Griffin could start walking. I don't need to be there. I've seen it all before.
When you using tongs, you must always click them together a couple times.
You got to make sure they work.
Or like a drill.
Oh yeah, I do that constantly with my drill. Anything that's powered.
That's really hard not to do.
If you ever try, I've consciously tried to walk all the way downstairs with the drill in my hand. Couldn't make it. Couldn't even make it halfway down the stairs, and I was like, zzz.
Never ask a female if she's pregnant. Just don't do that.
Who's doing that?
And you got to ask that twice after she had Piper. She'll never admit to this, but boy, she ate whatever she wanted because she used the baby as like gaining, I'm just going to gain weight anyway, so I'm going to eat whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
And she did. And afterwards, she still had, that weight that she wanted to lose.
Yeah.
I was never saying she looked beautiful to me, whatever, fine.
Yes.
But there was somebody at a store that worked me on the counter and asked, hey, how many months along are you? And she's like, I just had the baby. And then her dad, after Dewey was born, came up and touched her belly and said, it looks like he's still got a baby in there. And she got so sad, and I'm like, what are you doing?
V does that to Kayla.
Oh.
She did that to Kayla right away. And she was like, there's still a baby in there. And Gail was like, dude, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
She's like, you know how hurtful that is?
Then small wave at a driver when they stop at a crosswalk so they know that, hey, listen, thanks for stopping and not running me over.
Yeah, I'm not going to run you over.
Even though I have the right of way and I don't get to wave to anyone.
Yeah, that's the I'm sorry I effed up wave. I'm instantly not mad at somebody if they give me the...
Yep. Do not initiate small talk with someone with their headphones on. Yes.
Yeah, what are you doing? Why are you trying to talk to somebody with headphones on?
Just don't do it. They wore them there because they didn't want to talk.
And why do you think that... Why do you not understand how headphones work? My God, does that bother me. Because somebody comes up to talk to me and they can visibly see I have headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
So what you know that what these are doing?
Don't microwave fish in the break room. Oh my dear God, really?
Oh, I would be so upset. I'd be literally mad. Some people like to bring gross things to work, and you got to realize that you're the worst. Just bring a sandwich. You got to bring food here, bring a sandwich.
I would never bring anything that you got to microwave.
Yeah. If you have to eat it hot, you're bringing the wrong thing to work. Carter, like chicken and Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
The other day, I was leaving, and I even said, I was like, I'm really happy that I'm leaving because you're microwaving that. And he was like, I know, I'm so sorry. I was like, why are you doing it?
I got some colleagues that are at your workplace, okay?
Okay.
12 types of people you find in every workplace. Tell me if you agree with these. The overdresser.
Yes.
Do we have one here?
You.
What?
I think you overdress for your position.
I wear a shirt.
And your hair.
Well, I do my hair. I take a shower. I take a shower in the morning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't feel woken up.
Yeah. I would say. But also, you're the only other person I ever interact with.
Very true.
So, like, you're overdressed.
Sales always kind of have to.
Yeah, they have to look presentable.
How about we do have a toilet talker here.
Oh! BJ!
Yeah, no, mine's not BJ.
Oh, mine's BJ.
Yeah, there's always someone that's in like, I know his schedule, and I try not to go at a certain time because I know he's in there making dookie.
Yeah. Making some brown.
He may go by that. Like if there was it's kind of that name.
I got you.
Yeah.
He's the one that's seen us do some weird stuff in that room.
Yeah. And he'll always not wait and finish and do his thing, and then he always has a conversation because he is the nicest. I was going to say he or she, but that's awful. He is like...
I would have liked if you were like he or she. Who knows?
He's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
And he just wants to have a conversation.
Yeah, BJ does that. I'll go in there, and BJ, if I'm washing my hands, he'll sit... or if he stands at the urinal or sits down on the toilet. How are you going today? That's not what we do in here.
Yeah, we do what we got to do, and then we leave. Talk to you tomorrow.
There was one day. Somebody must have been sick. Because there was one day, remember when I walked into the bathroom, and you were in there, and somebody was... I gagged. I gagged because of what somebody was making in there. And... I left immediately. I didn't even say anything. So it looked like I just went in there to just... It looked like I went in there to get a sniff.
It's your... it's like
I went in there to get what I wanted. But and that reason right there is why I try to not go dookie here.
Yeah.
I don't want people to know what my insides smell like.
The one whose job is unknown. I've worked with... you have too when we were at a place... I have no idea what she did. She got taken off air, and they made her a position because they felt bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because they hired her and then took her off air.
Not a clue what she did.
No. What is your job? What do you do?
What do you do? Are you an assistant? Because you have a massive office for an assistant.
Yeah, they gave her an amazing office.
Like a great office. Like, it was big. It had built-in storage. And then we... said the same thing that other people have said. When's it going to be our turn?
Yeah. Let's get back to the other list of unspoken rules. Okay. Jumping all over the place. Let's see here. Do not stand still in any choke point of an indoor or outdoor space. Well, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing? That's that's a spoken rule because I'll straight up tell you, like, hey, not a place to sit and talk. Like when people talk in front of doorways, bothers me.
When using a stud finder, you got to first point at yourself. There it is.
Well, it works. It works.
Closing your mouth when you chew, that's a big one, yeah, these are dumb.
I had a minor breakdown or meltdown because Kayla was eating and she was smacking her lips and I was like, why? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, there's no point of that. Why do you got to chew?
Yeah, chew, but like, why you?
You know who doesn't do that? Amcor.
No, what does Amcor do?
Well, they got the opportunity. They give you the opportunity to learn. You can earn good wages.
If only there was a way that I could figure out more information by texting.
Amcor.com or AMCOR to 22100. Yeah. All right. Hey, a take from Jake and Tanner. Let's do that. We'll give away money next. right, now listen. Oftentimes, buyers and sellers don't even know where to start with this process.
I know I didn't.
Kelly Davies Homes Team, Landro Realty. Now, they're good. They take pride on educating and walking the clients through every step of the process.
You know what I like? Is that when I was selling my home, all I thought was, wow, my taste is trash.
Yeah.
I wish this house looked better so people would sell it more.
I thought the same thing, that your taste was trash when I was selling my home.
It really is.
We talked Kelly Davies Homes Team. We not only did she help sell my home, but we also sat down and talked about what you could do.
Yeah.
What we thought you could do to better your taste. We never gave you that. This was just for us.
Oh.
Yeah. But we came together and we have a whole list. I could probably pull. I can find it.
I know my taste wasn't great, but I thought that shag walls were gonna make a comeback.
No, and that's what she's there for.
What about purple leather?
No, I don't. Maybe, but that was
there
never
nothing that you liked. What about my replica of Shrek's abdomen as a coffee table?
Yeah,
did you not enjoy that?
That was the first thing we talked about that we need to get rid of. Yeah, right.
So I guess when I sell my house next, I'll move all of my really cool things out, and I'll have Kelly Davies provide their interior designer that they provide for free.
For free. No additional cost.
And they'll help sell the house even better.
17% more faster than the average listing when you work with Kelly Davies Homes Team. Thinking about selling, thinking about buying, think about Kelly Davies Homes Team, Landro Realty. Fun. Hi, good morning. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. We're going to get ready to play a tape from Jake and Tanner here in moments. Money to give away this holiday season. That's what we're going to be trying to do with Prospera Credit Union. Life stage personal guidance through all of your life stages to help connect the dots on your financial journey. It's Kiss FM. Was a fun one. By the way, we got a bonus segment we do every day. Well, not usually on Fridays, because we usually give you new scams. The only place to get scams is up on that Patreon. So if you liked any of the old stuff that we used to do, we have fun with those. And one of the reasons we put them on the Patreon is just due to the fact that we can get away with a little bit more than what you can on the radio. And also, some people got mad when we would do a scam. They'd be like, it's uncomfortable and we don't care for it.
Yeah, so now we put it in a place where we think that P1s would really like it. Yeah. And also, you have a choice if you want to you want to hear it.
And throwback shows and there's other things on there. So text LINK, LINK, to 71090. You can watch us live, or you can, just listen to us. It's on demand, or you can catch us live after the show when we do the bonus segments. LINK, LINK, to 71090. Christmas tree right around the corner, too. 910.
This one's too intense.
I really enjoy this one, though.
So do I.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't want to talk about nothing. I just want to rock out to this.
Yeah. That is fun. All right, so give us a holler. Let's play a game. It's called Take from Jake and Tanner. We didn't give away the iced tea.
We have not. So possibly if they win, if they lose, we'll give them iced tea tickets?
That's perfect.
Works for me.
Really like that. You can win a pair of tickets to the Art of Rap 10th anniversary featuring Ice-T at the Epic Event Center. If you happen to lose trivia today. I'll explain how trivia works, though, right now. Hi, who's this?
Samantha.
Hi, Samantha. All right, Samantha, 5 questions. Well, Tamer's out of the room. And reason we need to do that and kick him out is because we don't like him. He smells a little. That was a long cry. We don't want him to hear any of the questions. That would be cheating if he did. So we ask you these questions. If you say pass, that will be your answer. No, time does play a factor at this because at the very end, if there is a tie, when we grade these all together, lowest time will win. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your answers. And if Tanner wins, it'll go up $20 a day thanks to Prospera. If you win, you'll get $60 today. All right?
Sounds good.
Good? You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, Samantha. Your Take from Jake and Tanner, $60 edition, begins in 3, 2, 1. What dog is the hero of Jack London's The Call of the Wild, also another name for a type of currency?
German Shepherd.
The tiles used in which game have dots that are called pips?
Backgammon.
What company bought naming rights to the Florida Suncoast Dome in 1996?
Oh, gosh. Pass.
Wearing headphones for just an hour increases what in your ear 700 times?
Eardrum.
What superhero uses a device called the Cosmic Treadmill?
Oh, gosh. Flash.
Time. All right. Hang on, Samantha. Santa, please re-answer. Put you on hold. We'll be right back with you. By the way, Samantha, if you do not win money, we got you something. We got something for you, okay? So hang on. Ready?
Yes.
Time begins. 3, 2, 1. What dog is the hero of Jack London's The Call of the Wild, also another name for a type of currency?
Ruby.
The tiles used in which game have dots that are called pips?
Dominoes.
What company bought naming rights to the Florida Suncoast Dome in 1996?
Disney.
Wearing headphones for just an hour increases what in your ear 700 times?
Earwax.
What superhero uses a device called the Cosmic Treadmill?
Silver Surfer.
Time.
Silver Surfer.
I got you. All right. Hi, Samantha. See if you're winning money today. Or winning tickets. It's a win-win situation.
Yay.
Hey, what dog is the hero of Jack London's The Call of the Wild, also another name for a type of currency? I can see where that was a tad confusing on how they worded it. Because she said German Shepherd.
Yeah. That
is not a type of currency, no. I don't believe. You said Ruby, which is a... Were you thinking of breed, or were you thinking of like the name?
I went currency, which I think I got wrong because I think I was thinking a ruble.
Okay, buck.
Oh, that makes sense.
Buck.
It's a buck.
The tiles used in which game have dots that are called pips? Samantha said backgammon. Tanner said dominoes. Dominoes is correct.
No tiles in backgammon.
What company bought naming rights to Florida Suncoast Dome in 1996? Samantha passed. Tanner went with Disney. Tropicana.
Oh.
Still tied at 1. Wearing headphones for just an hour increases... Wait, is it tied at 1?
I don't think she's gotten one right yet.
No, she hasn't gotten one right. Sorry. Wearing headphones for just an hour increases what in your ear 700 times? She said eardrum. Tanner said wax. Bacteria.
Eardrum?
I don't know. Zeros.
No, 1-0.
1-0, yeah. What superhero uses a device called the Cosmic Treadmill? Samantha said Flash. Tanner said...
Silver Surfer.
Yeah, it's Flash. So one.
It is Flash?
Apparently.
Wow.
Tied ball game. Let's go to time. That's why time does play a major factor when you tie like this.
It do.
All right. So, Samantha, you ended up getting 5606.
Ooh.
Tanner, you ended up getting 4124. But listen, Samantha, we're going to get you something anyway. We got the Art Rap 10th anniversary featuring Ice-T at the Epic Event Center in Green Bay. Saturday, February 5th. featuring.
Thank you so much.
What's that?
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. We're going to put you on hold and get all your information. I thought she was like, nah, no thanks.
Yeah, don't do that to us.
I don't care. All right. Cool.
Very
That's
cool.
all today. We're going to get into the bonus segment here in just a little bit. After we give away the present under the Christmas tree.
Good old Christmas present.
That's right, and that happens right around 9:10. Then right after that, we will go live. If you can't watch us live, that's fine. Catch us on demand for that bonus segment and be a part of it, Lo. Text the link, LINK, to 71090.